You see, I start. What times we give you money? Just speak it. I know this is not the stop. Yeah. Um, uh, good evening, my brothers and my sisters. I came out very late because we have a lot of things to do. I think the time have come for us to do more research about our history. My brothers and my sister, I came out very late. Please, if you know you are my fans, you want to learn history, it's not by sitting down here. Please share the video, because this is evangelism. Jesus Christ also do the work of evangelism. They were preaching the word of God. I am preaching the word of our history and our ancestors to our God. That's what I am doing today. A foreigner who migrated from the Middle East, the Sudanese people, we now worship a bastard as our God, and we don't even worship. We don't know. See, do you know what? We were growing when I was very young. Now I was born in the 1970s. We see it was still very fresh in our memory. We have ancestors, we have king, and the same king we are having was the king that was ruling over the Ijaw. The same remained the name Igodo. The name of the king also remained the name that was ruling over the Ukwani people of Delta states. That is the king that we are having that was ruling over Obodi Idu, the land of Idu, the Igbo. The Igbo people have no differences from the Delta Igbo. They are from one race. They all ran away. And if you go to Ijaw land now, ask them where is their ancestral home. They will tell you those Ijaw you see in Bayelsa, River State, Akwa Ibom State. Those all the Ijaws migrated from Edo State. They call now Egbema clan, and what do you call it, Ofunama. This they are our own people. We are living. This is the land we're talking about, the land of Israel. This we are. That we are the wind. They say that is. See, you have what the question I'm telling you people. Go and make your own research. You see an German, not ask the layman. Those one who are a little more closer to their history. Ask the German that. So you are from where? From Ekeremo local government in Bayelsa State. Okay, good, very good. So I want to really know these Ijaw people in Bayelsa State. Where do people migrate from? They tell you they migrated from the Ijaw of Edo State. That is number one. No, I think Ijaw is the fourth largest ethnic group. No, fifth. No, sorry to say that fourth largest ethnic group. Ijaw consists of 10% of Nigeria population. We're talking about 20 million people of Ijaw race. And you see the Ijaw people get 10%, almost about 20 million. Okay, you see, that is just, we are the majority in Nigeria, but this is why you manipulate. All bars is the key they are used to manipulate us. If we can be able to trace our history and come back to our history, we are majority. Let us start calculating the percentage of Nigeria population. Number one, Ijaw consists of 10%. When you remove 10% of the population of Nigeria, you have 90%. Ijaw have 20 million population. Then you now remove the Igbos. The population of Nigeria, which they say the Igbo people have 18% of the population. 18. If you remove it, if you add 18 to 10, is that is 18% of the population of the Igbos. We're talking about 36 million or 36 million Igbo population. We are talking about the Igbo. If you add 36 million to 10 million, is that not, no, 26 million, no, 36 million to 20 million, is that not 56 million? How many percent is that one? I don't know, people are educated, they calculate all these things we are talking about now. If you calculate the percentage of the job, 20 million, you add and join the Igbo, 36 million. That will now give you 56 million. We are talking about Nigeria is 200 million. And Ijaw and Igbo is having 56 million. Which ethnic group in Nigeria have 56 million? No one. How many Ijaw population and Igbo are in House of Assembly, House of Senate and House of Assembly? There's cheating. Very big cheating, you know. And these people are from one ancestral roots. But they place the Oba. It is devil that places the Oba there to confuse everybody so that we will not know where we come from. They not tell you come from Israel. You come from Saudi, Sudan. You come from Egypt. It's lie. It's lie. No, none of us come from that side. We don't see, all these things have DNA. Don't lie to yourself. They have DNA. We are just fooling ourselves. The Israel you are talking about is that Egodo. That is where we all come from. Okay, you calculate the population, the percentage of the Igbos and the Jaws now. Talking about 10%, 18%. You're talking about 28% now. Let me just say 28% of the population now. And how many population do we have in Edo State? We have 4 million. 4 million. You calculate 4 million in Delta. They have almost about 8 million or 10 million. By the time you now calculate the population of Edo Delta, I'm talking about those Yoruba, those states, Yoruba and Edo, and you calculate Yoruba, Isoko, Edo, then you now calculate some of those tribes, all those of our tribes who ran away. Calculate all those of our tribes before you know what is going on. Our population, see, these people, they just cheat us. We are close to 45% of Nigeria population, if not 45%. Igala, Igede, they now see. Let me tell you something. These people, they are cheating us. If you remove all those our people who ran away to all those regions, add them to southeast, some part of Benin and some part of Kogi, add them to southeast, and you now take some parts from Kogi and add it to south. Then you calculate the population. Do you know population? We have the. That is where population is now. They just open. Where is the food, the money, everything that Nigeria is using is coming from that place. Oba of Benin. I want to let you, the general public, to know today that the Oba of Benin is planted in that place. They plant the Oba of Benin so to be manipulating us. You see, let me tell you something. if I have been caught by now, not in future, the Oba of Benin can do everything to kill me, because the Oba of Benin, I know he's still stealing all those money and killing people anyhow. All those illegal human sacrifices are still going on. But the Oba of Benin knows that I am the key, Igodo, key of our fatherland. He is trying everything to kill me. As you look at me, I'm even in London. I say in London, I'm in Germany here. The Oba of Benin can even frame me kidnapper, murderer. People will come out and be testifying that I killed this one. They will just come and lie. That is Oba of Benin will give them money. It's Ija. South Africa atmosphere for freedom was good. That's why Mandela was alive. Mandela was not poisoned. He spent 27 years in imprisonment. But the Oba of Benin will poison them and kill them, and nothing will, is enjoying immunity. It's enjoying immunity in my tongue. So today, my brother, I know it's late. We want to talk the history of the jihadists. If you are just watching me, we want to talk the history of Oba Ozorlua. Ozorlua is not the real name. It's a Yoruba name. His name is called Ozorlua. Those Oba you are saying they are answering Oba name, they don't have meaning. The name of all the Obas in Edo State have meaning in Yoruba language. So when those idiots and lunatics are coming out to be lying to the general public, but sometimes you see, do you know? I give credit. Please show some love for ourselves. Let's press the love button and share it. See, I have to give credit to you all who are here. I love you all. So please share the video and let us talk about our history. I want to make it to you understand today that the Oba of Benin, right from the very first time they came to our lands, were killing our people. As the Ijo, if you want to know, let me start from the Ijo history. But today I'm not here to elaborate or emphasize more about the Ijo history. I don't want to give you a short point of it. You see, the Ijos, all Ijos in Nigeria believe that their ancestral home is Edo State. That is, their indigenous people of that land. They all ran away because of the Jihad and the civilization of human sacrifice, Oronmiyan. They brought from Nubian people from Sudan to Ile-Ife. They brought 400 and something juju. They brought from that place. Like in my village, they plant ovia in my village. The next village they plant ovia. They were planting different shrines in all those villages. That is to put fear on our people and to control. You see, you cannot control that fear. That is why the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is said is the Commander-in-Chief. Commander-in-Chief means in the Commander-in-Chief of the armed and forces, because it through the power of the guns. You cannot control without force. That's why they say is the Commander-in-Chief of armed forces. You see, there's force. So these idiots and these genocide and jihadist Oba Benin, they were using their own techniques, because these people are more ahead of us in civilization because they are from the Middle East. They were exposed to the civilization of the Egyptians. They are not trying to impose their own history to cover our own history, which is not going to work if you all support me. But if you don't support me, I'm doing my best today. But now that I am alive, teaching you your history, and I'm seeking your support so that we can move forward, you are sleeping. By the time your children will wake up tomorrow and ask you that where are we from, they will say, his Oba was God, he created the world. You are an idiot. You are a he-goat. People like us come once in 400 years. I believe time have come for people like you who are listening to the word of God, evangelism, to invest in our movement, to restore our identity. How on earth will you allow an idiot, a man who doesn't want to associate himself where he comes from, to be your God? They don't even, the Oba is not even saying he's Oba. He's even saying that he is your God. He created you. He owns heaven, he owns earth. That's why you are a fool. So we have to take the foolishness out of your brain. We are doing the best thing to make you wake up. It's say people make mistake to wake up, not to break up. When you make mistake, you have to wake up. So time have come for you to wake up. So brothers and sisters, I am telling you today, who is teaching you your history today? Nobody. Apart from those people who come from the Oba family, who are not even from our race. Most of you know when you were growing in villages, Ogiso history they were telling us. Nobody, people who live in the village never know anything like Oba history. The only thing we know about the Oba, nobody mention his name because they will kill you. Nobody go to Benin, they will kill you for human sacrifice. That is the only history we know about the Oba of Benin. Is, I swear with my God, in the name of God, the only history we know about the Oba is killings. He went to go and they lied to us that the Oba of Benin went to heaven to go and kill gods. Ewakpe went to heaven, he killed God and collect the wife of God. They were just faking all those things to our memory. That was not our history. It was too great. He went to heaven to go and overthrow God. A dirty pig can go to heaven. How come? Many people were being misled with this fake history. But today I say no. We have to correct this our history. So today, please, if you are watching, please share this video. Where I stand for the unity of Igodo, descendant, and Obodidu. We must learn how to love ourselves, our Igbo brothers. We are one people. No matter this, Oba is from Sudan. They migrated. There was one idiot who lived from Ewakpe. He's always trying to call me to come and inculcate stupidity in my hair. I say, oh God, if you call me, God will punish you. We have our own DNA. Through our DNA, we know where we come from. The Yoruba people have their own DNA. The people who live in America, who came to trace their DNA, they know where they come from. The Oronmiyan DNA and our DNA is not the same thing. The Oronmiyan DNA that is from Ife. I don't know if you somebody is there with me. You understand what I mean? So if you don't understand, you can ask questions. So my people, we are not from Ile Ife. Even the old Oni of Ife, I will show you the video where they were asking Oni of Ife. Oni of Ife said no. It is their son, Oronmiyan, who went to Benin to fight war, and he sent send another of his son, that is the son of Oronmiyan or Ado, who later become Owomika. And the son of Oronmiyan never even stayed in Benin. He left back to Ile Ife. Oma said, oh, wait a bit, I will tell you back. When the Oronmiyan's son come, when they don't send a make come rule us. Nobody call and come. Ogiso Palace remain there till tomorrow. Nobody sent Oronmiyan. Amati no ruling man. Nobody invite him. He came to fight a war. So if you are watching me around the world, we have no relationship with the Yoruba. The only relationship we have with them is we have a land border with them, and some of our people were enslaved, and some people ran to Yoruba land, and they can still trace their ancestral root back. So we don't have any hatred to Yoruba. It was Oronmiyan who brought Jihad to our land, or Oronmiyan. So in the issue of claiming ownership of Lagos, it is true that in Lagos Island, all those islands, Idumota, all those you see in Lagos, go and if you think, go to Lagos, Oba of Lagos, if he will tell you, or go to what is his name, this man, Obanikoro. Obanikoro family, they are from Edo State. Obanikoro, these are the indigenous people from Idu. You go and ask their family where they come from. That island that consists almost about 7 local government or 8 local government. I don't know how many local governments. All those local government you see around Dumota, Lagos there. The indigenous, the people who were occupying that land, they were all slaves. The slaves that were sheep from Igodo. These people comprise of the Igbos, the Ijaws, the Urhobos, the Isoko, the Ishans, the Ondo. These are people that were sheep. That is, you see, you know what happened? The big ship they used to transport slaves to what do you call this place? Caribbeans and the United States of America and Brazil. And they took many of our people to Brazil because it was Portugal Who it was the Portuguese who were colonizing Brazil. That is, you see those people there today in Brazil, most of them are from our lands. You see, they were shipping them from Lagos. So that is why you see they serving olokun, serving all those rubbish they were serving. Because the civilization they brought to cover our people was the civilization of those olokun, Shango, all those things are all Yoruba, Orishe. That's Yoruba. These are all Orishe. I am not fighting Yoruba people. Well, the Yoruba people are very smart and they are very, very intelligent and intellectual people. A Yoruba people work with facts. That's why you see most of the best lawyers in Nigeria today, they are Yoruba people. But I am here to speak the truth to our people. Lagos Island, that is the where ship. They use all those small boats to take it from what do you call it there? If you go to Ego, you know that there's a place called Ego. In the Siloko Road, there's a river, Via River. They take that place towards Udo straight. If you leave today, next tomorrow you are there. If you come out today, next tomorrow you are there. They have to change them, put them inside that boat, and they'll just be going to Lagos. They do motor. That is the place. It was a form of a seaport. So for an idiot about being to be coming out and saying that he fought war in Lagos, there was no war in Lagos. Ask any Yoruba man who came from Lagos if anybody ever fought war in Lagos. The history of Lagos, we have the people who live in that island. They were building. It was a slave camp. So the name of the Oba who was transacting this what you call human slavery, what you call slave business, the name is called Oba Orogbua. This, if you trace that name very well, it's a Yoruba name. So these names, see, if you want to get the facts, go to the Shekiris. These names are measuring today. These are Ife names. This name the Oba Abini were answering. They are from Ile Ife. So I want to use this opportunity to advise those our Edo people who are not being misled that Oba Abini owns Lagos. You are an idiot. It was very clear that the Oba Orogbua was the highest customer to Portuguese, who was very rude and very what you call brutalizing, brutality. I don't know how to say it in English. He was very, very evil in capturing human beings, the Godomegodos, giving them to slavery. So the Portuguese so much love him so much. So the Portuguese have trust in him because these people are not saying they were having embassy. And please share this video. They say they have embassy in Lisbon. You are a foolish human being if you agree with those bastards. None of the Oba went to Lisbon. If these people are not idiots, they said they were having an embassy. You must go to stop this lie now. Why are you ever a liar? He said they were having an embassy in what do you call it, Lisbon in Portugal. The embassy they were talking about now was Lagos. This is not embassy. What the Portuguese did, they were having two ports of their their shipping of slaves. One was in Escravos. Look at the trades. I don't know. People who are educated have to listen to what I'm saying now. Go and confirm from the Shekiri history. There was never a time the Oba of Benin will pack slaves and give to direct to ship. There was no access to reach through the Atlantic Ocean to the sea. So it was the Ishekiri people. See, I repeat again. Ishekiri was never under the Oba of Benin. Let the Oba of Benin be an idiot. There was never a time in history that Ishekiri people in Delta State that they were under the Oba of Benin. There was nothing like that. It was the Ishekiri, when they come to sell human beings, the Oba of Benin will sell all those human beings to the Portuguese. Then the Ishekiri people are the translator, the dominator. That is the language of slave trades is a Yoruba language. Listen, in the name of God, I will not lie against the Oba. The language they were using in doing this slave business is Yoruba language. From Bonny Island, Bonny, to Lagos, the language they were trading with is Yoruba language. That is, it was not advantage for them. See, Inu in Gelegele River, that is where the Shekiripo were of a good importance to the Oba of Benin. All their transaction was between the Shekiri to the white man, to the Portuguese. So the role the Portuguese play, the Shekiripo play, Shekiripo were the middlemen. Because one, the general language in Oba Palace is Yoruba language. Not only in Oba Palace, inside Ogbe, that place called Ogbe, around all those areas, they have this language being spoken there is Yoruba. Even up to 1990s, if you go to Tony Kabaka family, they answer Yoruba name. You understand? That is for you to know that up to 1934, the general language in Oba Palace was Yoruba language, 1934 or 1936. Even up to 1990s, the language of Yoruba, in Ogbe, they were still speaking Yoruba now, but the thing was now fading out because of the civilization, new English civilization. You will hear them, Okabi, you will hear all those people that are worshipping those idols they brought from Ife. If they want to worship all those idols in Benin, they use Kabiesi to worship it. Okay, are they trying to tell you that Kabiesi is also their own language? That is the stupid people you want to see. I am doing my best to make them to understand that you cannot be a slave forever. I'm opposed to this bastard and Nubian Oba of Benin. See, Ishekiripo were never slaves. They have mark. The reason why Ishekiripo have mark, if you see an Ishekiri man, they have mark in their face. There comes a time they will also kidnapping the Ishekiri and selling them to slaves. And the Ishekiri, what they are, according to the history, they are regarded as prince, as princess. You cannot sell the Ishekiri man. Then the Oluwa of Ishekiri now have to make an order that all Ishekiri people should have bear a mark. Anytime you kidnap Ishekiri person with that mark, they have to free that person. They will not sell into slavery. So Ishekiri people were never sold into slavery. Do you understand what I mean? Ask Ishekiri people. So this time the Oba is not saying he owns their land. There was never a time in history, I'm as an historian, that Oba Abini was ruling over Ishekiri. Nothing like that have ever happened. The Olu of Wari is the son of Oba Ewari the first. And the father of the Olu of Wari is called Oba Olua. If you go to Benin, they have Olua Primary School. It's not Olua. The real pronunciation is called Oluwa Primary School. Oluwa was an Oba in Benin. If you have heard the history of Oba Ewari first have children. Two of his sons died one day, Koboyuwa and the other one. Two of them died one day. Then Oba Ewari, before he died, he rots. All his body was rotting because he had committed so many evils. That is how that one died. When he died, the son, what is the name of the son? When Oba Ewari died, the son, the first son of Oba Ewari, the next in waiting, that one was, please, I don't want to make mistake. Let me check the name. I have to be very frank with my history. Because people are watching me. I don't want to make mistake. I'm not like Ima Swen who used to lie to the people. I don't lie. Because people want to know their history. Yes, I remember. See, the Obaeware have the first son of Obaeware is called Obaizoti. The first son of Obaeware is called Obaizoti. See, this history, all of them are just in my head, but I just want to explain it to you if you're a Benin so that you can understand. If you go to Airport Road, there's a route behind Over Palace, that road that lead to Plaza Road. That road that bust out in court, what do you call it? That former court of appeal. That road that leads, let's call it, where they have Ministry of Information and Orientation. That road is called Izoti Street. It's called Izoti. The name of the son of Obaeware was called Izoti, the first son after he died. Oba Izoti ruled for 14 days. How did it happen? Listen very well to your history. Oba Izoti ruled for 14 days. After all the evil Obaeware have committed during his reign, killing us, selling us to slaves, and these people, they are demonic people. So after all these things they have did to our own people, they never go to Hausa or go to Cameroon or go to anywhere to fight any war. They were killing the indigenous people of the land. The Godomi Godos, my forefathers, they were killing, and my ancestors. That made them to become greater. People were killing our own people, and you are an idiot. Somebody's killing your family, making it great. You are a fool. So Obaeware the first, some of his children died when he was still alive because he was an evil man. And after this, after his death, the first son was called Obaizoti. Obaizoti became an Oba. When they were coronating him, one of the slaves, that's our indigenous people, they call us slaves. They regard the people of Edo State as slaves to the Oba. One of the slaves used spear to shoot Oba Izoti during his coronation. After 14 days, he died. After his death, the next in line died before Izoti died. So that one was having a son. Then they took the son of that one and the wife to one village in Benin to hide that child so that the child can become the Oba. So the brother to that one, born of the same mother, that one was very hostile, just like this idiot Oba. That one went ahead and killed his brother wife, and also killed the baby and buried them alive and buried their corpse. They now told him to go and look for them. He ran away because they were even trying to kill him. Why must you kill your own brother's son and kill his wife? They now know his intention, and he's the junior among the family. So that was, his name is called Okpame. The mother of Okpame is from Onwa. So those people who are saying or Ozorlua give birth to Onwa, those people, they are ignorance. They don't know their history. Okpameri, if you know the place where they call Okpameri in Onwa, I'm talking about the history. I just want to go straight to the history. So that is called Oba. It was not an Oba then. His name is called Okpame. One people call him Okpameri. He was he ran to his motherland to go and hide. So during this time, it was a vacuum. Then they call on Olua. See, all their names are Yoruba names. So the truth of the matter is that the language in Benin around that palace is Yoruba language. Because these people are foreigners. They are not from our land. That's why they even came with their own language. You see, Yoruba people, they are very strong in culture. So this one, the Oba is not denying where he come from. That's why God is punishing him today. The Fulani people are not denying they are not nomadic. But the Oba is not denying his identity. So let me just go straight to the history. After the death of Obaeware, who is a devil, then his son stayed for 14 days. Oba Izoti died. Then there was a vacuum. Then the most eldest child of Obaeware was called the Edelayo. See, look at the name. Oh, these people are Yoruba people. They are Yoruba people from Yoruba land. Edelayo. Look, this is not a Yoruba name. Edelayo. You can see the name is called Edelayo. Edelayo. Edelayo was a female, a woman. So she want to become the Oba, because we are, say we are idiots, because we sold our our right to this bastard to be ruling. So Edelayo want to become the Oba. Oba is a Yoruba. We don't know Oba us from Yoruba land. That is all we know. Obioku, no, understand, is son of a woman. So this woman want to become Oba. During the coronation procedure and process in Uselu, in Iselu is called Iselu. It's a Yoruba word. This one I call Uselu. People don't even know. If Maswe is not Benin, all the old name, you are not Benin all the old name to your. When stop having nonsense. Hey, where it's not good. It's not. Don't stop lying. These are Yoruba people. So during this coronation of Edelayo, a Yoruba, that is the Yoruba daughter of the Oba of Benin. So during this time, she fell sick and died. It's normal, somebody can die, and she died. When she died, they now call on his younger brother, the next in line. That one name is called Oluwa. There's only say Yoruba is Oluwa Tosin, Oluwa. You know this Yoruba name? His name is Oluwa. We don't know how to pronounce a Yoruba word. We call it Oluwa. If you ask them what is the meaning of Oluwa, they will also bend the name, the meaning to be. We people stop this nonsense now. Why is it going? You understand? So Oba Oluwa was an Oba. Oba Oluwa hates human sacrifice so much. The one thing Oba Oluwa can do to stop the human sacrifice is just like a law that was being promulgated, that human sacrifice, if you don't do it, the people will kill you or they will rebel against you. So the man was not satisfied with the killing. Oba will just say, kill this. If Oba want to do any, if you want to celebrate, they pound a 3 months old baby, 6 months old baby, 3 years old baby, they pound it with medicine. They use it to rub the Oba head for the Oba to live long. So those children, you see, by the time you are killing these children, they believe that the lifespan of those children will make the Oba to be fresh, to make the Oba to be young. These are the religion of the Middle East. There's the brought. That's it, their own stupidity sense. So that is what they believe. And the truth, that's what I'm saying. Am I lying against these evil people? I'm very close to the palace. That's why they are trying to kill me. But I can die at any time. Even people died yesterday. Anybody can die. But before I die, I want our people to know more about these bastards, this Sudanese man. So during this process, Oba Oluwa, how the history of Warri came about. You see that Warri? The people of Ishekiri you are seeing there. The Ishekiri people, they are Yoruba people. They are migrated from what you call this place, Ile-Ife, alongside with Oronmiyan. That is when they were coming from Ife. We talk that's one another day. They came together. That's another history for another day. Then let me just go straight. You know, so this history is connected to each history. That is how they came. The Oluwa, then the Shekiri people, they cannot live with us. You know, the Yoruba people, they have identity. They respect. You see, if you come to London, they have Yoruba. They have area where they have Yoruba. Yoruba people, even though they live in London, they still speak their Yoruba language there. They don't change it. These people are very proud of their culture. You cannot supersede Yoruba culture. Just like Fulani, you can't. Strong. Even like the Igbos, they are trying to block the Igbo history. You cannot block these people. If you come to Germany, the Igbo man will born, you see him speaking Igbo here. You cannot see any Benin person born here in Germany speaking Benin. You cannot see. It's very difficult. They want to form that they are American, of which that is rubbish. You understand what I mean? Because the system is corrupt. So let me go to the line of the history. Oba Oluwa was the Oba of Benin in the 14th century, after the death of his father, Oba Ewari I. The brother's last 14 days, he was the Oba after the death of our sister. he was ruling during this time, he saw the evil that the land does not accept them. The land forbids the Oronmiyan children from ruling over us. So before Oluwa, see, Oba of Benin and Maswe, why you have people are idiots. Stop fooling yourself. Just stop fooling yourself. You gave birth to Duduwa. You are a liar. Oba Oluwa in 14th century was ruling. When he was about to die, his first son is called Ginuwari, and it's a Yoruba name, Jinuwa. He go and ask the Shekiri what is the meaning of Jinuwa. Imaswe now trying to change the Yoruba name to Ija Wabi. Where is war? Where the name of the first son of Oba Oluwa, which is called Oluwa Primary School today, the name after that one, Oluwa Primary School. The name of his first son is called Jinuwa. Wa is not the Yoruba name. Or Ginuwa. A Shekiri person will tell you what is the meaning of this in Ife language. These are old ancient Ife. Shekiri people are Ife people, and they are not denying it. So when he was about to die, the people of Ishekiri, these Ishekiri people who came, they are holy people. We say holy people who came along with Oronmiyan, who decided to protect Oronmiyan's son, and they decided to go upwards. That is, they went to Saple Roots, that place called Olugbo. From that side, they now occupy that place called Warri. Those area, Shekiri land that around this area, they now settle down there. Because Yoruba people, they are proud of their identity. I love them for that. They are so proud. I'm talking about the history of Oba Oluwa. When you see Oba Oluwa, it's not Oba Oluwa. It's called Oba Oluwa. And continue like that. It ended with the Yoruba name. You see? So before Oba Oluwa died, he said he will not allow his son to dwell in this land, that this land forbids them, because the land is a land of anger. What they were told in Ife from the Ifa from Ife told the Obas that they should be using the indigenous people. See, those people are saying Urobo for sacrifice, they are stupid. It's not only Urobo they were using, they were using everybody. In our language, they say, Ayubi say that you cannot use the children of Oba to make a sacrifice, a human sacrifice. So when you are seeing, they are saying, if now only this time they will use meat to do sacrifice, you have never heard it that they will use the son of Oba to do sacrifice. It's human sacrifice. It's forbidden. Ayubi say. That is some idiots. They don't know what they mean. Everybody is used for human sacrifice. The Ishan people were the highest population for human sacrifice were Ishan and Irobo and Igbo. Both all of us were. The only thing they did during this, let me just go, my brother, the history is very long. You see, during this time, before this era, during the time of Obaeware, where they were using massive people for human sacrifice, you know, every 4 days is weekly days. We have a Ken day. We have what do you call it? Ori day. But then I don't know how to. Eken area, not area, eri day. We have what do you call it the other day? What do you call it that day? Afo. I don't know how to call it that day. Something like Afo day, and we have Ukwo day. You see, this is 4 days of the weekly days we have. These are tied to the Igbos and to all those ethnic groups you are seeing there. Even though they are trying to change it, we are just from one ancestral root. You can't change all these things. So. But that the problem I'm having with some of our Igbo brothers. They think it's only Igbo language. No, it is God who created the language. We were living in that land. It's not one language. God created language. You cannot impose one language on the other. It is God who make it like that. But the Oba of Benin came to scatter our happiness, and people started running away. Some tribes, some language run to meet with the other tribe and form another language. The thing scattered. That's why if you go to Bayelsa State, you will shock. My brother, you know language you have never heard since you were born. You go to Bayelsa State, you see it. If you go to River State, the language you have never heard all the days of your life, do you know how many language River State have? Do you know how many language they have in Bayelsa? You tired. Because people were running after each other. So let me just go straight to the history so that the reason why they introduced greetings in Benin, I don't want to tell you today, you see, when they were killing people, they were even killing the Oba family for human sacrifice. Then the Oba Eware the first now make a decree and order that they should give greetings to each family, each person they can put their eyes on. So people around Benin, people were just choosing greeting to greet, because we were not having anything like all those greetings they introduced called Lamogun, la. This is not part of our culture. You see, they introduced these greetings to identify who are from Ife and who are the indigenous, so that they can start killing us massively. So now, please share this video. This is a history class. Today I wanted to read history, but we cannot read the book. Let me just analyze it. Maybe tomorrow we can read it from the book. So what they did, they introduced this greeting: Lamogun, Laini, La Tose, La Givan. They created those greetings in Oba Palace. So they say, oh, these are the Ogisos. They said, oh, Laiso, the Laiso. These are all invention from the Oba. The reason why these greetings were promulgated or formulated, but some of the ignorant ones, they don't know. Why some of the idiot ones are trying to portray it to their own favor, which is very stupid. The reason why these greetings were introduced is because to identify the families who came from Ife. When they ask you, say, which greeting do you greet? When you say Lamogun, which is the family of the Oba, because it is a taboo for the family of the Oba to be used for human sacrifice. So they say they have blue bloods from Sudan. So now, when you say Lamogun, they say which Oba born you? You say, oh, Aba Orogboa, Oba this. They don't use it for human sacrifice. It's forbidden in Oba Palace. It's forbidden for you to use the children of the... Please, show me some love and light. I'm making a point. It is forbidden to use Oba family for human sacrifice. It's forbidden and it's prohibited. So the people that was being used for human sacrifice, La Gima, La Tose, even the family of Laini, I would start reading all those La Loke. So when you greet, if you greet that greeting called what you call Lauhe, they will not use it for human sacrifice. If you greet the Lauhe, the family who greet the Lauhe, these are senior to the Oba of Benin, which is the family of the Laure of Hussein, because that is an elder brother to Prince Oronmiyan, who will now live in Hussein. So these people are forbidden to be used for human sacrifice. It's not all the people who live in Hussein are from Ile-Ife. That is the point these people have to understand, because I have all those books in my archives. So the reason why these greetings was introduced is to separate the families of those people who came from Ife from the indigenous. So Ozorlua, there's a place called Ozorlua. When Oba Ozorlua was killed in Isha, in Oromi, when Oba Ozorlua was killed, the lifeless body, Ozorlua was killed by King Agba of Oromi. His name is called Oji Agba. I kill him. So when Ozorlua was killed, so it's an agreement in our land, in their history, this Oromiyan children history, that The head of the Oba must not lost in any circumstance. So when Ozorlua was killed, the people of Ishan decided to come together and buried Ozorlua and hide the heads. So this Oronmiyan family from Benin went to Ife, went to Uromi to go and negotiate and remove the head of Oba Ozorlua. So the head of Oba Ozorlua was taken to what do you call this place, Ile Ife, and in a replicant they made the bronze. So this bronze was taken back to Oba Palace. There is a place they put that bronze. They call it Ozorlua. So they keep person for there. That is particularly Urobo. Anybody remember what I'm saying today? The name of the shrine they use Urobo for human sacrifice in Oba Palace is called Ozorlua. If I lie, let the God of my ancestor kill me. They use Urobo people for Ozorlua. The name of the shrine is called Ozorlua. That is that shrine. That is one. I have confirmed it from the palace. And that is where, and history, even, I will not go deep so that they will not know what with information. So that place is called Ozorlua. That is the place they take Prince Okoro to go and drink water. That is called Ozorlua. They have killed thousands of souls for just ordinary bronze cast they moved there. For years, since that time, they have been killing the Urobos and our people for them. So what we are saying now is that the reason why they introduce greetings because of human sacrifice, because they don't want to kill their own. So I want to also make you understand, it is forbidden for an Ishekri man to be used for human sacrifice, and it is also forbidden for the family, the people who greet the Lauhe or Lauhe, people who are related to the Oba who came from Ife, they are no use for human sacrifice. That's why you see them, they are the one ruling Benin people today. If you go to the house of a rep representing Edo South, call it Benin, or what do you call it, Bede Hama, is very pompous. It feels pompous because you know they are very high powerful in the palace, because they believe that they conquer us, but they never conquer us. It was 419, just like the Fulani came too illegally. That's how they came. So that is the reason why the Benin people are still enslaved. They don't know they are slaves. So that's why I'm coming out trying to educate them, because the only way you can learn is when you listen. So that is why I'm educating them today. If anybody have a question, please ask me concerning those Obas, and I will give you the answer. And if you think what I am saying is not truth, please call in and tell us the truth. I will put my phone number. Let me continue. So I am going to open a class where I will teach you those greetings, the family, where they come from, how all those things happen. But I just tell you a point now. The reason why those greetings were introduced because of to separate the blue bloods from the red bloods, because they believe they have blue bloods. They said nobody can rule in any part of that land apart from them. That's why they started killing the people they meant in the land. That's why we were supposed to read the history of Ozorlua today, but we are going to read it tomorrow. But let me just go straight to how we have Olu of Ori there today, and how Olu of Ori is senior to the Oba of Benin. So those people who are just being fools, they don't even know history. They just say, oh, Oba, whatever. Don't be carried away. My friend, my brother, if you don't have the history, ask me. I will screenshot it and send it to you. Read it. And if you read it, take it to Oba Palace. If you have the mind, take it to Oba Palace. If you know we don't use it to drink that water, you say, this is Oba Palace. I want to see the history of the history of Oba Olua. Tell them to give the copy of Oba Olua. You see, there is no way you can bend the history. If you bend it, they have tried to change it. There was no way they can change it. They just cancel the history, that nobody is allowed to read the history of Benin. You see, they just bend it. So let me clarify you. Oba Olua, before the death of Oba Olua knew very well that this land forbid them because they have been killing us. Anytime our land cry for freedom, they have to kill many souls. If oh God, Obaewa even said this, or not Obaewa, Obaewa said this. Obaewa killed many people also. In a setting, in a sport, they can use 200 people for 1 week just for humans. 200 people. Do you know when the British came? It took them 4 weeks to clear the city of Benin of corpses that they used for human sacrifice. And it was documented. That is the thing we are asking these people today now. Why were you killing thousands of people for human sacrifice? Why? They will tell you in Britain, there were human sacrifice before. Are you crazy? You come and tell us who were you killing? Were you killing the Oba family, or you were killing those people who are idiots, who are not saying the Oba is their gods? Those ones who are claiming the Oba to be their god, they are the idiots. And the only way they cannot be an idiot, they have to live and support me and let us go deep to our history so that we cannot be an idiot to that bastard. My brother, look, I have nothing to lose if I don't tell you your history. I have been doing all these things. If I'm a Yoruba man, look at Sunday Igboho. Look at the way Yoruba people are lauding him today, fighting for him, supporting him. What am I doing today? I'm trying to free you from slavery. You say you want to die as slavery. What is the difference between the Fulanis and the Oba of Benin? You tell me what is the difference between it. If you verify it and you sample it, you now look at the history of the Oba of Benin, look at the history of Fulani in Nigeria. Who is better between them? You do that assignment. How do you allow that bastard to be there? You are a goat. See, I'm hereby urging all the ethnic groups in our Igodo, Biafra, Ijo, all of us, we are one people. Please don't ever you allow any Benin man to come out and say that they are warlord, they are this. It's an insult to you as an Edo man. It's an insult, because how can somebody come out to say they were warlord? Who were they fighting? Nobody fought them. They just come to your village, kidnap people, and sell to slaves. Nobody ever fought war with them. All the history of Benin, they have never fought any war apart from the Portuguese giving them gun to go and kidnap people, kill people for human sacrifice. They were having prison. They were shipping people to Portuguese, killing for human sacrifice. See, all the history of the Oba of Benin, right from the Oronmiyan to this bastard Oba we have today. I have the whole history in my head. I have read, I have learned, and I'm also a spiritualist. I practiced spiritualism in native doctor for 10 years. So when you see what these people did to our ancestors, there is never a time they have done any good to us. I want to ask you a question. Those people who are saying Oba Benin is their God, those uneducated illiterate among them, all those mumu among them, ask. If you go to America today, go to New York, go to Philadelphia, go to Los Angeles, go to what do you call the city? Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, Wisconsin, Texas, all this city were built by slaves. By who sold the slaves? See, I want to make you to understand. If you live in America, a black American man is telling you sold them. Please make them to understand. You never sold slaves. In my village, my father never sold slaves. It was a task. In some villages, like I want to make an example. In those days in my village, they have some quarter of people they have to be sending to the Oba of Benin yearly as royalties. You know, just like somebody is giving you every month, give you 5,000 naira for royalty. The royalty of the Oba was slaves. Who are the slaves? Each village is if you refuse to pay your loyalty to the Oba, everybody is dead in that community. They will sell everybody sellable. You see, that's how they were taking these people. Nobody have ever bold to go and say he want to sell his own neighbor or want to sell his own child. Nothing have ever happened like that. The truth of the matter is, the Oba was looking for royalty. Those people, if in those days, there is a book I have, I will send it to you if you need the book. The book is called Benin City. There is Benin Cost, what do you call, Benin Law, what do you call, Law and Custom of the Benin. I have the book inside my drawer there. Benin Law and Custom. If you have twins, if you born twins today, one of the twins is for the Oba. I think you see the stupidity we were having. If you have twins child, one is for the Oba. That is people who are under him, he have conquered from Ife man. So they have quarter how to use. If you have 6 children, you have to 3 is for the Oba. If you have 2 children, 1 is for the Oba. See, it's a law that was promulgated by this bastard. I don't know. People are so stupid. Ask me any village in Oronmiyan who sold slave. If we are not fools, they say we were fools. That's why they say the Benin people are fools. Am I said it? Even the Nogi of Ewu said that the people they met in Ewu, they were fools. That is, we were fools now. We say we are fools because they were selling us. We are peaceful, law abiding. Law abiding. That is what is happening. Happening now. When they are taking your Hausa Fulani is taking over forest. So that was what happened during this time. I don't want to go to slave trades. That's how they were selling us. Please tell the black American man, no, it is the Oba of Benin who sold them, the king, the jihadist king who migrated from Nubian to Ife to Aba. He sold the slaves. So let us go to the next level. We are dragging from Oba. When Oba was about to die, do you know what he did? This history I'm teaching you today, please, I am begging you, go to Oba Palace that you want to have the copy of Ozorlua. You want to have the history. Wait, no, waiting, no, Omozo. Yeah, no, Obowodo, Omonamuria. Go and ask your history. Don't be a fool. You don't even ask your history. Just come and be senior. Now be senior. Our empire reach Calabar. You are a goat. Don't you have history? How do you go to? Do you have Calabar? There was never a time the Oba crossed that Giligili River to Calabar. Talk lots of people conquering Calabar. These were all fake. And I'm going to update you with the history, how all these things doctors. So Ozorlua, before he died, he have a son called Ginua. Ozorlua was the younger brother of Ozorlua. Ozorlua was in Eza, in his mother's village, called, we did not change the name to Inonwa in Edo State. Not the whole of Onwa he give. Ozorlua never give birth to Onwa. That is the stupidity that is worrying many people now. It's called a place in Onwa local government. It's called Okpamiri. They call it Okpamiri. There is Okpame. That is the name. That's Ozorlua. So he run Eza because after killing his own brother, killing his brother's wife and his brother's son, he went to go and seek Eza there. So now, seek refuge there, yeah, in English, seek refuge there. So now, before Ozorlua died, Ozorlua called his son Ginua. He told his son that he's tired of this human sacrifice, that the killings and all those things, he will never allow his son to continue this type of nonsense. Listen, then Ozorlua called the Ijos. Listen to your history. If any Ijo man is here, call Ijo man. Ozorlua called Ijo person. He called the Ijos. They came to his palace. And Ozorlua collected the first son of all the chiefs in his palace. The important chief among them he collected their first sons and tell the first sons of those chiefs to follow his son. His son is called Ginua, you call the name. The Sekri people or Yoruba people can pronounce it very well. Ijo people take them through, they call it, you see they call it what do you, I will look that book. Odi, what they call it? The name don't forget me for the language. It's Odiname or Owame. I don't forget what they call it, that place where they did now rivers. I don't really I will read the place for now for book so that I will come read them very well for book now. So it can't go that place. Now it's your people now carry and cross all those rivers. It's your now it can go carry them go meet Ishekiri for that side. It can't before Obaolua died, he carried the first son and the staff of office, the blessing, everything from the lands, he give out to his first son, Oluofori. This way they call him, they know they call him Oluofori. The guy reached there, they answer papa name. You know the name where they answer now? His father now Olua. Olu, now they call his father. When he reached there, call the answer Oluofori. I think when they see the history now. Olu na be father name Olua. When he reached there, he not called the answer Oba of Wori. He called the answer his own father name. He was answering his own father name. Olu of Wori is the first son of Obaolua. So when he was about to die, Obaolua was about to die. He tell the all those chiefs that now you people should start ruling yourself. I have nothing. You see, I say believe people, they be fool. This fool, the betrayers, now fool inside. You see, when Obaolua was about to die, he called those useless chiefs. We are going to abolish all those chiefs. So Giso must be restored. See, when he was about to die, he called them and told them that we are giving this power back to you people. Rule yourself. Don't allow. We will not rule you over again. So Obaolua take Yoruba, everything they brought from Yoruba, he gave everything to his son in Owame. You understand what I'm saying now? This Ogiame. You see, Ogiame. See, you know what it's called? Ogiame. That is that place. If you see the Ogiame, Ikengudi. You see what they call Ogiame. What we call Ogi is king in our language. So they now say that guy is the king of the Shekripo in the river Rhine. That is Ogiame. Ogiame, not Ogiame. Ogiame, that is living around the river Rhine area. So his son, he give all the most beautiful things they have collected from Portuguese, all those fine things they sell our people to buy, all those things. He give everything to his son. Not to conquer Ishekiri. He is a pure Yoruba man, the Oba family. So those people who came alongside with them, they did not tell his son to be coordinating them. Just like, you understand what we are saying now? For you to really know that these people are pure Yoruba people. Okay, he was there. You go and ask Oluofori, where is he from? And Oluofori is senior to the Oba. If the Benin people are not stupid, why they can't go and ask Elauru of Hussein where they're from? Are they not the uncle to Oba Benin? Or maybe go and ask the Oluofori. People are so stupid. They are believing this fake theory. Sometimes my head wants balls sometimes. Are you crazy? You see, the history is very perfect. The Oluofori answering his father's name. Oluofori father was the Oba of Benin. He's called Oba Olua. He went there and to bring answering his own father's name, Olua of Olu of Ishekiri, not Oluofori. Because it was the Ijaw people who were sent to come and escort him to that land. It was Ijaw. It was documented in history. So I'm not saying Ijaw people should go and fight Shekiri for lands. They have been living there for many years. They have to own land. They have rights. It's 100 of years. But we are one people now. But everybody knows his boundary. That is what we are saying. You see, Oluofori is there. And is the senior to the Oba of Benin. Because what make him senior? Because his father was the Oba and he was the senior son of his father. When his father was about to die, his father take everything, both his children, everything. He took all of them to Wari. There's a place called Okere in Wari, Okere area. Those places that many slaves that were being shipped from Benin to serving his father, they live in Okere area. These are slaves. They have many Ishekiri quarters where they have Benin slaves but they speak Ishekiri language. They were slaves to be worshipping and to be protecting the Oba's son. When the Oba died, those betrayers, Tohen and those bastards, what do you call that one? Only of Oba, they started fighting themselves. They started fighting themselves. They were fighting themselves. During this process, one of the son of the brother of you see what you see what this guy did. Olua never allowed any of his children to become Oba. You see what he did? If Olua want to continue his what do you call this lineage, he could have, since he have taken his first son to go to to be Olu of Wari, Shekiri for Wari side. He could have take his second son to become Oba, since it was vacant. For many years, almost about 15 years. This idiot. That is why if you see them fighting themselves on social media, they will see fighting themselves, fools, because the Oba have dig something on ground that they should remain. They have take oaths. They want to remain slave to an idiot Oba forever. They say they take the oaths. All of them take. See, if I tell you history about oaths in Oba Palace, you will regret yourself. If I tell you history of those oath taking, who will have VA. So that was happened. Then you see the Olu of Wari. You see, don't even talk to the Oba Benin. Oba Benin cannot call that I give birth to you. There's no sense he's saying. He cannot be saying give birth to the Olu of Wari because Olu of Wari is senior to him. After 15 years, they were fighting themselves. That idiot Oba Ozorlua came all the way from that side again and see that this people are I am here. I'm Ozorlua. Since they were fighting themselves, when he came, that man killed many people. When he came, some of the chiefs were opposed to him, while some idiot ones, the betrayers, supported him again. Since Olua have taken all his children to Wari and said they have nothing to do with this land, it's over between them. That was what happened. So these idiots came out, because they are foolish people. The Benin man will always like to be slave. That's why if you go to Enugu today, you see the churches in Enugu. You see Catholic Church number 1, the highest population. You see Anglican Church number 2, the highest population. Presbyterian Church, Methodist. The churches you are seeing in Enugu, they are all Igbos. They are pastors. You will not see a redeem taking over Enugu. It will never work. You will never see Oyidipo Church is taking what they call the Oyidipo Venus. You don't see that. You see, we have taken an oath to always be slaves to the Yoruba. You see, Suleiman have church, but you see Abato Baze will come out on social media insulting Suleiman. He cannot insult what do you call that man. Have you ever seen the post of what do you call it, Deeper Life, Kumuye, when one of the pastors were raping what do you call it, child abuse, making sex with a small boy? This is an abomination. If this thing happened in Kano, it will kill many people. This thing that Kumuye church pastor did, if it happened in Sokoto, they will kill many people, about thousands of people to replace it. But you don't see about talking to Kumuye, because they are slaves to this Oba family. So when we say slaves, that's why we are trying to correct this impression that when Showore came out the other day, they say want to contest for president, and the people they are slaves. So that is what I'm trying to break the bond. That bond, if Igbo man say want to president, we'll go against him. You see the way we were going against Nnamdi Kanu, if not me who came at the appropriate time to come and tell our people our bonds, our relationship with the Igbos, our ancestral and DNA relationship with the Igbos and trace. Before the Igbo people now know, oh, we were one people. They never knew. They will say they have land. They are not even have land. The people who are even asking the Igbo, where do you come from? You come from Israel. You are the people who deny your ancestral root in Ife. Only Ife said is their son. And you don't have land. And the land you are living today belongs to the Igbo. That is the question. You come and tell us where you come from. When they see people come and come and tell us where your father come from. You see these people you see on social media accusing the Igbo. If you have problem with an Igbo man, please solve it. We are talking about historical ties, his ancestral proof, trace, DNA, and you're not talking about having problem with one individual. That is not what I stand for. This is where we come from. Have you ever seen somebody send? They say now they can't send me. The other they say Ugame send me. My brother, nobody sent me. Nobody send me what I'm doing. I'm just doing it for God. Because God sent me and God have sent me to unite my people. If I want to do anything, maybe they are. You see the reason the other day they say I should go and pay $600 dollars, I say euros. They took me to court, different court. Am I the only one who is criticizing person in Europe? Why are my own case different? Because they know there is something hidden in me that I'm about to give to my people. That is the reason why they are trying to close my mouth. They are doing everything so that people will not watch me. They will threaten people, don't share this video. If any Benin man share my video now, they will write in, why are you sharing it? Anyway, the Benin people are so scared. I am doing my possible best to remove them from slavery because the Benin people are slaves, including me. I was once slave before until I renounced my oaths with this bastard. Because if my forefather have taken that oath to become slave, I have come to renounce that my children will never be slave to the Oba, and Oba of Benin will be slave to me because he's a foreigner. And you have to respect the people they met in the land and stop selling our land. Stop collecting all those oil money. So the Olu of Ori history goes like that. So Oba of Benin he didn't give birth to Olu of Ori. And during the time of slave trade, it was the Olu of Ori, the Shekiri. The Shekiri people were never sold into slavery because they even signed an agreement, because the Shekiri people were in business partner with the Oba. The language they were using in Oba Palace, this was Ishekiri that were there. For you to really know the Benin people as the majority of them, they are fools. Don't you see, if they were shipping the slaves, the place they were shipping the slave from is called Ekenwan Route. And there is a place called Ewedo. There was a place called Ewedo. There was a place called Isegan. Idrisegan. There is not called Ogbelegan. In that Saple Road is called Ewedo. Those places were just surrounded by this, what do you call it, hunts, and they fence it with the wood. They put chain on people's hands. They don't take shower. Their head will grow. They just be there. See, if I tell you our history, you will regret being a Benin man. You will denounce that name, Benin. You will not answer that name again. You see, you know what? When history is good, if it was, for example, now the Oba of Benin, he said he was fighting Fulani, and he conquered Fulani in our own interests, or he went to go and fight in Mali and he conquered Bombara, or he went to go and fight in Chad, he conquered Kanuri. So if he's saying all those type of things, we will be listening to him. Not you have never left around Benin there. If Oba Benin become Oba, he is not allowed to live outside Benin. So there was never a time the Oba Benin have ever crossed Abraka River to go to Abraka to go and fight any war. What he have done is to be killing the indigenous people for human sacrifice, selling them to slavery. People were running. Go and check the history of the whole Edo North. All of them ran away. My brother, I would just say, oh, I will come and invite people. They tell you how they ran away. Igbenke. What different people, all of them ran away, killing them. So how can these idiots who killed our forefathers and we were hardly hit, kill many Igbos? And it's coming out today, it's telling them, yeah, it was a great kingdom. He has empire to Ukwa. He have empire to, you are a fool. The people of Ezekiel in Enugu State, these are the people who run lately about 16th century. The people of Oronmiyan run about 17th century, 16th century, 17th century. These are very new, very fresh in memory. They run about 400 years ago. Those people who run about 600 years ago. Ask anybody from Enugu Ezekiel, how does it happen? What does it dovetail? They ran to Buba River and came out in what do you call it? This Esakoland. They're from there. They're from to Ishan land and cross. They meet the Igala after Igala. It was the Igala people who helped them to settle that place where they live in Enugu today. That's why you see some of them speaking Igala language, some of them speaking Igbo language. And the history is there. So those people still know where their father come from. That is a question we say today. Are they not speaking Igbo language? Ask yourself. You ask yourself, isn't it from Enugu? Or do you want me to tell you how many family who have traced their history so they ran away from Edo State? They have people, majority people came from Enugu, they ran away from Edo State. The whole of Ijo, they ran away. What about the people from Ukwa in Abia? Do you know people who ran away? You're talking about the language, but forget the language. People were running, missing, scatter. Look, my broken English, this right, the British. Let a Liberian man speak English. You will not hear anything inside, but it's an English. It's Liberian English. That's why how the language were changing. I'm telling you, from Igbo brother, you are my brother. Don't run from your shadow. Forget about those bastard, what do you call it? You ask Buddha civilian, say, where is your village? Let him be honest. I don't want to open their secret. If I open their secret, my brother, I know I'm going to bust their secret. Most of these people you are seeing, they are from Yoruba lands. I swear in the name of my ancestors, if I lie, let me die this night. Those people who are seen that are accusing they are from Yoruba. That's why they are. You see, the point we are having now is that the real indigenous people of Edo, Igodo inside, the real indigenous, those people are not allowed to work. They are slaves. That's why you see them going to prostitutes, to beggars. So these are slaves. And in their own language, they're even telling them that Abiowe, Awe, I they use your father. They don't know you. Do you see what they are saying? The people that are well known are the people who came from Ife. The Oloton family, the Yama family, the, what do you call this family? Elema, Olaye, Bratefe family, this and Olaye. If you see the names, the Yoruba names, okay, how do you people have these Yoruba names? Are you not Yoruba? Are you crazy? Who are you telling this to? How can people go to what do you call this Umaya? The people that are surrounding the king, they are all answering Yoruba name, and they say they don't have any link to Yoruba. Are you kidding me? You are fooling yourself. They are bearing Yoruba name, and that name don't have meaning. It doesn't have meaning in Igbo language, and those names have meaning in Yoruba language. And you are not telling us that you gave birth to Yoruba. You are a fool. Don't be a fool and be wise up. So if you are an Igbo man, you see any Benin man coming out insulting you or trying to say something bad about you, please just look at that Benin man. That is an ignorance. The real truth I'm telling today, in the name of God, we have ancestral roots and trees. The Yoruba people, they are from Ife, and our history is very clear. We are not from Ife. All the names of our past kings have no meaning in Yoruba language, and it doesn't look like Yoruba. The names of the whole Oba of Benin, they are all Yoruba names. The first Oba of Benin is called Ado, it's a Yoruba name. It's called, the second name, the title they give him is called Owomika. And Owomika is not Yoruba. How can it be denied that you gave birth to somebody in Ife? And the person you gave birth to, have you ever go to Ule Ife? People answer Rukewe or Onyovo. Do you see this name in Ile Ife? Those names like nothing like that. Have you ever seen in Ile Ife people answering Chigozie, Chinasa? But you come to Edo State, they have the Igbo people who are indigenous. The remnants of those people who were left, they are still bearing Chigozie, Chinasa. In Edo State, they call them Igbainke. You ask them where they tell you they come from, they will tell you the truth that they ran away from Benin. Okay, how come they ran away with the language? That is the question you have to ask. Look at people who are tracing their history, and their father told them, my brother, why are you people going to wake up now? You see somebody that have come out to open your eyes, and you say you want to remain idiot forever. How many local government we have now? 7. This idiot family say they have blue bloods. You want to sell all the land, and you are keeping quiet. Why can't you finance me like we were financing the Nosage? Let me remove this bastard out of that surface. My people, don't you love me? Do you think I am a bad person? Have you ever tried me? I know a Benin man can say, oh, my brother, I want to try you. We have some Benin people who have this money. Go say, oh, what we can we do now? How much you want? Okay, let us. A Benin man can come out and bring 50,000 euros. Say, yes, let us see what we can stand for. I will come out. Oh, am I asking people to give me money to eat money? I won't do that. I am fighting for our kind to exist. Because this, anytime they want to talk anything concerning our people, Oba Abini will go and represent us. Look at the man who is representing you. It's not your own, it's not from your own land. This is stupidity. That's why we are not progressing. You see, it will never happen that we will progress. On one condition, that bastard should not represent us. The only lights we have in our land is Ogisos. We must represent ourselves, not the Oba. Those Oba have been putting their families in my local government area. People support me. Let me remove this bastard. You see, Fulani people are moving freely with AK-47, Kalashnikov, grenade launcher. They are free. Have you seen anybody asking them why they're moving with all those things? Do you think if our brother, my friend, my ancestral brother, Nnamdi, equip Eastern Security Network? I don't know moving around in Biafra land. Do you see any? Have you ever seen they say they arrest one inside? No. Please empower me. Let me create something like this and remove this bastard from selling our land. Our kunya kwa wanili. Manya Tony. Walaho. When the fear, the other people fear you. If I talk about gun, I will kill me. Eddie Murphy went to police and he went to go and tell police I'm terrorist and this and don't be misty there. Huh? I told police I'm an human rights activist. We have an organization. So we have an organization. I have the document that says that I am the president of our organization. I'm the president. Any letter I'm ready to the police, we have an organization. So what we are doing now is we want to compile some name of people inside. So that we are members, we have ID cards. So if you are in an asylum house, all you have to do, but it is not now, take this identity card. The Oba Abini have already declared me as his enemy. If you are not taking us, just tell the police that you are a member of this organization because we will write all these things out. You will win your asylum case, but I am not encouraging people to come and be joining this organization because you want to seek asylum. You understand? We have proofs. The document the Oba Abini used in taking us to court. You understand? The government recognizes all those things here in this country. Hello? May you talk, like if you talk. Okay, which day you will come here? I can't wait for you for Clifford. Now Clifford is still now for Banoff. You feel come. Is it one of our Igodo sister, whether our Oba family for come and don't know. You say if you catch me, she catch me, she will fight me. Ask me whether she will beat me. Maybe she don't get husband. Maybe she want me add and join wife, but I am not. What do you call that in English? I am not a womanizer. So when they look at you that you have a light shining on you, oh, everybody wants to come. Oh, I want to marry you, so that you can have many children. So I am a very responsible person. So I will not have many children because I'm a celebrity of lights and way forward. So I cannot be give you birth. So if you think it's because of all those things, you say if you see me, you will beat me. The way you are talking, which way can you beat me? So you already know he's talking about the other side. Say if you see you will beat me. Me no will even enter the bed. I know we even follow you enter the hotel room. Talk about so you will even beat me. So I know where you are going to. Because many people have that interest. They just, this guy is Ogiso. Let us just, because people want all these things. Say, this boy. You understand? So it can look funny to you. Yeah? It may look funny to you. Say, you got move, so if a woman tell you, say if he catch you, will beat you. For you not enough for your mind, say not dead, then if one beat you. That is what we're saying today now. Say all these type of things, these are some of the things that they used to weaken many of our leaders. In those days, when they look you say your position, they will carry women go give you. So they simply say it beats me. I will not allow that to happen. So I will not be weak. Women like kiss Samson. Love is blind. So no. Hello?
Hello, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
That prostitute when they call us, he never pay madam finish. You see, they pay madam, he never pay finish.
No
when
problem.
They talk, so when it comes to Mashago for Italy, when they never pay finish, they talk rubbish. Now, all those people who don't want you to, no better for any of them. As far sense lost for their brain. Which kind of problem? Which kind useless people be this?
No,
which time she pay madam finish?
The truth.
Or she still they pay?
Sir, the truth, they hurt am. You know, sir, they analyze Oluwa for it, but you don't ever know Oluwa for it. Wait. You don't ever know the history of Oluwa for it. Now, Oba, now your first son, but you don't ever know. You know before. Have you ever had that history? And he's senior to the Oba of Benin, that Olu of Wari, and the name Olu was the name of the Oba Olua. I think you know Olua Primary School in Benin in Uselu, Olua. Have you ever had that school in Benin? Olua Primary School. That is the name of the Oba. It's named after Oba, and that Oba was the son of Oba Ewari the first. I said, when you are hitting them with the truth, the thing hurts them. That is the question. You say, these people are Yoruba, their names are all Yoruba names. They be Yoruba. These people, the Yoruba people now, why are they running from their own fatherland? That is the question. How can a Yoruba man be our God? Are we stupid people? A Yoruba man now is our God. So we don't know God. We must wake up. A foreigner
in another man's land.
He said, you know, when the man is talking, they say they have blue bloods. You know what he told the Iyas of Udo? He say Iyas of Udo come endorse Obaseki. He say he carry Iyas of Udo to Oba Palace. Iyas of Udo kneel down. He go prepare another oath. That one drink am. After that one don't drink. Not be only Iyas of Udo. He carry this person come Zamere. You know Senator Zamere. He say me that one. That one they go Palace again. I know that they don't go beg am. He say me that senator. But Benin people are so stupid. A whole senator go dey kneel down for inside Palace. See how stupid the people is. Who is Oba for senators to go and kneel down for Oba? A fool. Foolishness.
God, it's so painful. It's what they pay me pass all those ones when they say they still they hustle for bush, still they hustle from bush to bush. When those Moroccano they enter with 10 they will still come out on the talk when they don't know what.
No, we're not even talking about the. Sir, you know what that woman is telling me? See, I know what that woman is talking about. Maybe I cannot know, but I know if woman call you, say if the day we will catch you, will beat you. You never see a woman they beat man before. So the girl is telling that she live in Germany. Yes, she live in Germany. She was talking a parable that the day she will catch me. She will beat me. So me don't really know where she dey talk to go. Maybe say, you know, my brother, you know, say that let's say he want born Ogiso. You say nobody ever born Ogiso. Say I want born Ogiso. You know understand? So if he pregnant at your stand, he will come born Ogiso. Many people want to born Ogiso now because if I die now, my son will become Ogiso. You understand? So this.
She know what she's doing.
So
she can plan.
Yes, now you know say in the beginning, let me put one point to you. In the beginning, have you ever see somebody will talk about Oba person will call him, you can contribute. It never happens since they born you before. So but waiting away if no my me man can say what you never see never carry there. But we have break records. This is a miracle. So make I leave you, may I come, may you talk, may I continue there. Thank you. In Benin where I come from, have you ever seen somebody talking about Oba? Just like somebody will be insulting the Kabiyesi, the Olu of Ife. So in way somebody will be calling Eni of Ife. You ever seen that type of thing before? Look at in the whole of Nigeria. Have you ever seen somebody with you every day 3 years ready to talk about that bastard Oba? But that is for you to know that there is a sign of relief in coming to the land. That is why I supported Obaseki, and I will continue to use my platform to criticize the government of Obaseki. I also praise the government. You know, if the governor is doing good, I will praise him. If he's mistaken, I will also criticize him. So people are not saying, "Oh, Obaseki don't give you money. Let me keep quiet." I didn't collect money from Obaseki. What am I going to do with the money he will give me? That is the question. That is the question mark. He's giving me money. Am I in Nigeria to go and riding jeep? So I'm a governor. I don't have motor. Oh, give me jeep. Am I living in Nigeria by giving me jeep? That is a question. Mark it, question mark. So if I see anything wrong, I investigate it. Your governor told me the other day that before coming out on air to be criticizing his administration, I have to carry out a proper investigation. That's why I have not, you see, these others I have not been talking to the governor. I am just waiting for the court case to elapse because the government is having different court cases. So the court case is too much. So that is why I have not, people say condemn him. When I was even criticizing him, see people were running to me, oh, you are doing the right thing. Hey. My brother, I'm not condemning the governor because he want to give me money. Which money? But do you know what? What will benefit from the governor is that we voted for the governor. This is democracy. Now we vote for him. So we will operate legally and freely in that land. If the Oba of Benin is trying to intimidate us, we run to the governor. Because the Oba of Benin does not have rights under constitution to be intimidating people. That is why we are having an organization. Congratulations, we have an organization. So what I'm trying to tell people today, we have 320,000 naira in our accounts. I have put Nigeria account there, I put my phone number. If you know you are supporting me in the name of God, forget about this Oba. Oba is an idiot. Who is Oba? Asari Dukubo was insulting Obasanjo and what do you call Yaradua. Did they kill Asari Dukubo? Calling their name, threatening the judge. He was released. Who died? Forget all those things. They said now the Kanu cannot come to Nigeria. Either the Kanu cannot come to Nigeria. Did they kill him? They were even begging him with money. But you forget that one. Now the Kanu said, no, I will not take money. Is it not how it happened? It happened like that. So you forget that either he should not come to Nigeria. I have never killed anybody in Nigeria. I am a human rights activist. I am fighting for my people. I cannot be insulting the government. When you have any problem here in Europe, they say go and sort it out with the government. The best thing I have to do with the government is by constructive criticism and trying to contribute my own part to make sure that the government bring the meaningful developments and follow the real functions of governments and maintain the good part of functions of states. So let me go to the history. I'm not talking about politics. Well, I agree. So before I continue with the history of Ozorlua and the Olu of Ori, please, in the name of God, in the name of my ancestors, I have come before you today and stand beside you. We have 320,000 naira. One of our brother from UK donated 170,000 naira. Now we have 320,000, and we are thinking about having about 1 million. Because let me tell you what we are going to do with the money. Now we have an organization. We have so far spent 200,000 naira in our organization. We are able to register it. So our organization, we will have a lawyer, we will have a secretary. We have to put a secretary on a salary basis monthly of 40,000 to 35,000 naira. The functions of the secretary, our letter-headed paper, like no, I don't want to say secrets. They are secrets I cannot say because of these are classified secrets. Hello? Hello? Eh? Speak out. I'm hearing you.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
I'm hearing you. Just hold on 1 second. Let me just 1 second. Just hold on 1 minute, please. So please, the reason why I'm saying that we need to buy a laptop or a desktop and phones, and we want a budget of 1 million. So if you are watching me, you live in Canada, you live in America, you live in Europe, you live in Australia, you live in Japan, you live in Nigeria, you live in anywhere, we have Nigeria account there. No, I have not put my Nigeria accounts. Sorry. My phone number, let me put it on YouTube. Just hold on. Everything is there on Facebook and the account. Let me put it on there. Bros, just wait to hold on. Okay? Hold on, sir. Sorry, sir. 1 second. So you can also donate on or I have put it on the you cannot see do any money you donate. We have the dollar sign on YouTube. You can donate through the dollar sign. You can call me if you have an American account, or you want we have an online American account. We have GoFundMe. Any place you can, please. You have tested me and trusted me. We build house for that woman, and we believe if nobody is giving us award, but we know that God will give us award. In the history of foundation, I live in Europe here. Nobody have ever came out to build house for people. So the house we have built for people, we are going to finish the house and video it and give credit to you and to us, to me. We give credit to ourselves. Osage collect millions of nairas. He ran away with the money. They are just eating this. My brother, to contribute to your quota. Contribute. Let me hear you. Hello?
Yes, it's all right.
Speak louder.
Yeah, I was really just scrolling around, and then I saw
speak louder so that people can hear you, sir. So people are listening, and yes, go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but you have to loud so that people will hear you. Continue.
All right, it's all right. Yeah, I just came across your profile, so although I've been seeing your profile a lot of times, I said one day if I happen to meet you online, I'll call you. So, and I'm really happy to be here in this call. You know.
Yes.
And but one of the things I really want to talk about is, you know, because right now in Edo State, you know, at this time of the hour that everybody, the country is in a very heated position, you know, where all regions are taking up their arms and being guarding themselves and all that. In this time of the hour, you can see what is happening in the southwest with the Sunday Igboho. You know, you can see.
Just make it snap. Just go speak. Just speak.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, we as Edo State, this aim right now, like we're gathering money on how to dethrone or an Oba. I mean, is it something very important for us? You know, where the Fulani are invading our family lands and killing our mothers and fathers into the farmland. I mean,
will you allow me to answer that question?
Important thing right now.
Will you allow me to answer that question?
Yeah, so.
Okay, you say the Fulani are killing at this time of the time. You said many regions are taking arms to defend their selves and their territory from the Fulani. And in Edo State, instead of people like us to be clamoring for how to also defend our own territory like the other region, just like Benin. Okay, in Edo, I am from Edo South. What we have in Edo South, the only place where we have Fulani is the Esan land and Edo North. The land we have in Edo South, the Oba of Benin and his family, they said they are in charge and they are the owner. So you are advising me to take arms to go and fight Fulani, where the Oba of Benin say is the owner of the lands. So who is fooling? So when you are talking about this type of things, you're talking about how Oba of Benin should carry his children and give them pump action to go and fight Fulani. Something like that would be of meaningful to me. So what is happening in Edo State? Let me bring you the picture. I am from Oronmiyan local government. The only Fulani in Oronmiyan local government is Owa. That Owa, they have a big government reserve. Big government reserve belongs to state, but the Oba of Benin, I don't know where he derived all those constitutional power from. which is they are null and void under the Nigerian law. The Oba of Benin single-handedly gave government reserve to Fulani, to himself. The cows, my brother, I will send money for you to go and investigate. If you are going to Onitsha, there's a village before, a community before Abudu, before you get to Agbo. That community is about 30 minutes from Benin, or 25 minutes. It's called Owa. The Oba of Benin changed the name from the indigenous Ogiso's names to his own Oronmiyan name, Obanusa. Obanusa. You see the bastard. So he's turned his name to that place. Okay, do you know how many Fulanis and cows they have there? I want to tell you that today they have almost about 2,000 cows. Who is the owner of this cow? Have you find time to ask those cows that has been protected in that place? Who owns the cow? Do you want me to swear? Do you want me to swear and take oaths with God that if who owns those cows? It's the Oba of Benin. Do you know how many cows they are giving to Coca-Cola? Give Oba of Benin about 10 cows. There is no multinational company in Edo State that are not bringing cows. Where is this cow being taken to? That is the question you have to ask. These cows are being kept in Owa. So tomorrow when these Fulanis are not killing people, they will not see. Do you know what? I just want to say this. The wife, the one Princess Imaria Bay, the sister to the cousin to Oba being impregnated and later converted to her wife and later wanted to kill her, she escaped. When Princess Imaria Bay wanted to make the mother, the remembrance of her mother, she called an ITV staff and pay money for her mother to be, the birthday to be, not birthday, the remembrance day. Do you know that the Oba of Benin reported this matter to Igbinedion, the Isama of Benin? See, how can Igbinedion allow his ex-wife, his sister, to be making what do you call it in English, remembrance in ITV? So what am I trying to say is that if the Fulani in Owa kill people in Oriomo, no news will say it, because Oba of Benin use money to cover the press in Edo State. If you think I am lying, every month before this coronavirus, the chairman of Osakwe is the chairman of Edo State Union of Journalists. Every month, the Oba of Benin, he took them to his palace, share money for them, and give them food to eat, so that all those evil that is perpetrated by the Oba and his family, no press will ever report it. So for your information, sir, charity begins at home. You understand? If you want to feed people who are hungry, at least you have to also let your children have food. Maybe your children have not eaten since 2 days and you say you want to go and be feeding people outside. That one is not going to be good. So let us purge ourselves. In the whole of Delta states, the land belongs to government. If you want to buy land in Warri, if you want to buy land in Onowara, it's government lands. But why is it in Benin? It's Oba Akenzo approval. When have that? Is it lawful? That is a question you have to ask yourself. Another thing I have to put before you, sir, I believe we have to purge ourselves. The Oba family, they say they have blue blood. Why can't you ask yourself, why are we Edo people running away from home? If I lie in what I'm explaining, let God take my life. Do you know we have NPDC in Edo States? We have NDDC and we have NNPC. We have different subsidiary of NNPC. If you want to be employed in these establishments or this company, you have to pass through NPDC. Do you know that every year they allocate slots to Edo State? They are not allocating the slots to Benin because they have oil in Benin side. This slot is for all the people of Edo State. I swear with Almighty God, let God kill me. Do you know what is going in Edo State? Everything have to do with the oil company is being controlled by this bastard and nonsense idiot Oba of Benin. Don't you ask yourself what is going on? A Saman who's supposed to work in NNPC, he must go to Oba Palace. Is that how it's so? The Oba of Benin is Oba of Ile Ibinu, Miss Blood. And the Esa people, they have their own king. The Onoji of Uromi is king of Uromi people. There was never an history which make us to understand that the Nogi of Uromi is Oba of Benin is his father, or is Nogi conquer Uromi. He's never conquer anything like that. What we're trying to explain today is that the Oba of Benin is holding our freedom, holding on to our destiny. This is it. I'm telling you today that the Oba of Benin is even worse than Hausa Fulani. If my people said, let us fight, Fulani is very easy to tackle compared to the Oba. Don't you see what is happening in Ologbo, in Kolokolo, Shekiri village? These people have been there for more than 600 years. Oba of Benin deploy army on which order?
Fulani is easy to tackle
compared to the Oba of Benin. The problem we have is it Fulani that drive you away from your home. Answer this question. Sorry, sir.
How many number of people were kidnapped in a Auntie Road last time?
Okay, they were kidnapped. I am not supporting their kidnap. How many people died in Libya water from Edo State? And how many people were kidnapped? And how many people died in Auntie Road? Sorry, sir. I am not supporting kidnapping. How many Benin people? How many people died in Libya river? And how many people Fulani kidnapped? I'm asking you a question. Who is responsible for this migration? See where people are running. If people are running, are we the only people in Nigeria?
Ever recorded was during the time of Rocky Legion, and it was because of the hardship in every country. That is what really
Oga, you are talking about every country. I want to ask you a question. I think they have war in Borno State, Boko Haram. How many? I live in Germany here. I came through Europe, through the Spain. I have lived in Spain. I have lived in France. I have also every time going to Holland, Netherlands, in Belgium, there many times. I've been there in Poland. I've been there in Czech Republic, just in Germany here, and some other country in Europe here. They have a fight, a war is going on. Boko Haram is fighting Borno states and Yobe states. How many people from that region have you ever seen taking asylum in Italy? What is there any war in Edo states? We people have to behave like illiterates. They have fights in the Borno states.
You cannot say that there's none at all.
Oga, if you can provide Borno state man for me in Germany here, I will give you 100 euro. I want to beg my wife to go and give me this 100 euro because I am not working for the now because of the COVID-19, because I am taking care of my child, because lockdown everywhere. I am asking you that if you can bring one full, what do you call it, Kanuri people, one for me, Germany, I will pay you 100 euro, that's 50,000. There is a war. There is a war going on for many years.
Only people moving is only Edo State.
That is what I'm asking you. That's putting before you now is that the Ijaw people, are they not human beings? Why are they not running? Come and show me why Ijaw are here. Come, didn't you have Ijaw in Edo State? Why are they not running? You know the reason why they are not running is because Oba does not own the land of Ijaw. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Oba Onyato, the resources, the things that are being allocated to Edo State is being controlled by the Oba. That's our problem. Okay, look at what I am telling you now.
I don't know.
This problem we are facing now, the Oba is controlling our destiny.
Yeah, see,
it's killing us.
Saying that Benin controls everything.
Yes.
I might not really know, but one thing you should have really done is at least still make your own investigation, because you see this country, Nigeria, a lot of things are happening, and I believe that if something like that does not go through an entity, it could be given out to other people like the Hausas and all.
Let me ask you,
But if we have something like through going to the Oba, and you are
how many states do we have in Nigeria? How many states do we have in Nigeria?
We have 36 states.
Is it Fulani that is driving Edo people to go and die in Libya water? Yes or answer that question. Just answer yes or no. That don't explain it. Just
Yes.
answer. It's Fulani people that
Yes.
drive Edo State to go and die in Libya.
Yes.
Okay. Why are the Fulani not driving Cross River State, Benue State, Kogi State, even Borno State, Kaduna State, all the remaining states in Nigeria? Why are they not driving there to die in Libya? Okay?
Bro, that's
If you
what I'm
lie,
saying,
if you
that
lie,
you-
if you lie, if you lie against the Fulani, God will judge you.
No,
Just
see,
let
it is-
see.
you
I
know,
know
you
Fulani
ask
people
me
they are
why
they are
my
jihad.
life is-
Okay, listen. I know Fulani is
ask me
jihad,
why.
but if you lie against them, God will judge you. I came
Ask
to
me
Europe.
why.
It's full of Fulani who drive me
controlling-
from
who is
Europe.
ruling the country? We ask
Oga,
me.
Oga,
Sorry, Fulani.
Oga, let me tell you something.
If Nigeria is good,
Oga, don't be bending it.
those people-
It's Nigeria. It's not Fulani who's ruling the remaining people. Why are they not running to Libya to die? It's only those state people that are dying in Libya. What you see this?
no,
Edo State
can't
is
see
sixth
only-
richest state in Nigeria. Oga, you not seeing this? You have failed the exam by you lying against the Fulani. That is Fulani people that is driving the Edo people to die in river. If you lie against Fulani, God will judge you. You cannot be wait, see. I'm not Fulani, but I know Fulani people, they are land grabber. But the problem we have in Edo states is the Oba. For you to come out on social media and to go and lie against the Fulani is very bad. My brother, this thing, God will always punish people who lie. You. If I lie against the Fulani, God will punish me. Okay, you don't have to lie against anybody, because if Fulani they are doing jihad, people are condemning it. I'm condemning Fulani for jihad because all those Fulani they are from West Africa, occupying land. But the problem we are having in Edo State, and you lie before God, and if you lie before God, God will judge you, sir. In my local government, people run away. It's Oba Benin is our problem. It's not Fulani in Edo State and Benin. Oga, if Fulani is not the governor of Edo State, Oga, just stop all those things we are saying. We have governor in River State. We have governor in Ekiti State. The governor of Edo State is not the Fulani man. But the problem we are having in Edo State, when they were doing, before the election, the Oba Abini invited the governor and invited Oshomole, and invited the deputy governor, invited Oyegu, former governor. The Oba Abini was telling the whole world that before Oba before he become a governor, that Dangote have to come and make shorty with him. That is the owner of the land. He is the owner. How stupid are we? So do you mean before you can become a governor in Delta states, so you have to go and meet Olu of Wari and to bring Dangote to come and take shorty? Then Olu of Wari, see, they are so stupid. My brother, which tribe are you? Let me know your family. I want to know if you are one from Yoruba land or you are from our indigenous person. Tell me your family. I want to know who are you, because you look like a mixed blood from this Oba family. Sorry to say mixed blood, because they came to marry our sisters and give birth to mixed bloods and alien. So what family, what's your greetings? Don't lie in the name of God. Tell the truth. I want to know you. Where are you from?
I am from the Igehon family.
Igehon. Okay. What greetings?
Yeah. And
which greetings are the
greetings?
Yes.
Laiwi.
Eh?
Laiwi. Laiwi.
Lauhe or Laiwi? Which one? We don't have Laiwi. Lauhe.
Laiwi.
I will go and check. I will go and check my book, because all the families who came from Yoruba land, they are there. Okay. Was your father a chief in Benin? Your ancestor was a chief in Oba Palace?
No, he was not a chief.
Okay, where is your family house? Don't lie. If you lie, it's a sin against God. Don't lie. Don't
My family house is at Ibiwe.
Okay.
Why would I lie?
If your family house is at Ibiwe.
Yeah.
You see, that is, you are very close to the truth. Let me put something before you today. You see those Ibiwe area, Isekere, you understand what I'm saying now? These are the people who came from Ile-Ife to protect the Oba. So if you ask your family very well, his family house is there. If you just, I want you to do me one favor in the name of God. I am not trying to say you are not a good person. If you can do this favor for me, God will bless you. You will ask your grandfather or any of your family there, say, Baba, Ewakpe, those people who are making medicine for the Oba, ask. And you find out very well, that is the area they were living. you find out that you are from Ife. The people who came from Ife, they live in Ibiwe. They live in Isekere, Oloton, all those around this area. That is the Lagos Street area, all those Yoruba, that is the area where people live. They live. Those areas were no-go area. And if you that your greetings, I will go.
Do you know the inner of Benin Kingdom? Do you know
that is what I'm saying now. Do you know what I want to do for? I know the inner of Benin Kingdom. I will go and check that your greetings.
Right? Yeah,
I know him.
I am from his direct. Yeah, I'm right there.
You have given me this assignment. Now, do you know what I want to do for you now? Give me this assignment. Let me go to my history, River, and trace that inner family. You understand? And look from Yoruba. The inner family, they are close to the palace. They are very, very close to the palace. I want to check if your ancestors were former children of the Oba. This is what you have to do, because inner family is very close to the palace.
I'm not telling you. See, no one tell
yes.
Really tell you, man.
Yes.
No one tell you. I live here in Asia. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
And I know the way all these people are. I have studied their system and everything.
Yes.
And I have never seen anywhere in the world, because we were just saying just now that you are the first person to start it at attacking the traditional house of a state or of a country. I've never seen it happen anywhere. Even in Asia, it happened here one day that one of the chiefs of the Asia map, he got angry in one restaurant in Malaysia, and he started slapping started slapping somebody really.
Okay.
You know, he's a Datu. In short, here, if your car is tagged Datu, that is a chief. It's like clear road. You understand? You know that kind of thing. As in, you have that highest respect. In short, the politicians, they don't even look at you like, they don't look at you with two eyes. Not even police, nothing. They are just like above the law, because tradition is the head of every institution.
Okay. Let me also add. You see, I'm very happy with what you have just said now. You see, that's what we are. People like you. I want people like you to come out and let us work together for our freedom. You see, know what I'm trying to put to what you have just said. Now, you said you had me over saying that I'm the first person to have come out to have been insulting this bastard for many months now, years now. You see, the Oba Benin came from Ife. When the people of the land were telling him, one of the Oba Ewedo, go back to your fatherland, the Oba Benin came to Ogiame and pleaded with Ogiame, this is my motherland. I cannot go back to my fatherland again. That will be a long time. That will be close to 200 and something years now, or 80 years. He was pleading with Ogiame. Ogiame said, no problem. This Oba was living scared of the moats. There was never a time I want to dig any moats. Ogiame decided to create a space in that very present day. It's a cemetery for the people of Igodomigo in those days. He now said, you go and live in that place. But today, the indigenous king or traditional ruler of the land is Ogiame. The Oba of Benin have sent assassins to kill Ogiame on many occasions. They used gun to scatter his house. He was lucky he was not at home. He was not satisfied with that one. The Oba of Benin sent money to Ogiame family. Ogiame family came, he gave them about 5 million naira. They came out, those who hungry one among them. They said Ogiame is not a son of a woman. What is the difference? Who's son of a woman? Is Ogiame from Ile-Ife? The father and the mother, they are from Igodomigodo. A son of the land. They say he is a son of a woman. Where did his father come from? They say his father from Ijo. Is Ijo people not part of the land? The name of our land is an Ijo name. And Ogiame is not from Ijo. They just try to be fooling themselves because Oba Benin had bribed them. So what we are saying that the owner of the lands, you said you will not allow the owner of the land to have peace. You took Ogiame to prison under Oshomole. Oshomole was a drunkard. Oshomole put Ogiame in Ogiame was in prison for 3 months. Ogiame and Olia of Igodomigodo. These people were in prison. The Oba Benin gave money to prison, about 20 million for them to poison Ogiame. Unluckily, Ogiame is a big man. Ogiame doesn't eat any food from the prison. Any food they are bringing, you have to come through his family. He cannot eat from the prison. So they were not able, there was no way they can poison Ogiame. Then Ogiame went to high courts and he won the case and he was perfected bail. In 3 months, when Oshomole realized that Ogiame was his own original father, king, that Oba was not the king, Oshomole escaped and withdraw from the case. Then Oba of Benin gave 50 million naira to Captain Osa. Captain Osa gave 50 million naira to Igbenedion. They call Ogiame and tell Ogiame, don't fight for these people, just forget. Be there, Oba will be regarding you. Come and take 50 million naira. Ogiame said, what am I? Ogiame is a big man. What is 50 million for my own rights? As the Ogiame, it can't work. Ogiame refused. So anytime they are in court, the Oba Benin used to send Tony Kakaka Babizwa, they will pack talks. They will be fighting lawyers, breaking bottle in court, behaving like animals. They don't respect the rule of law. You don't respect the rule of law. When people come and respect you, you are joking. So the case was delivered. They said they delivered 50-50. Then they went to Supreme Court. The case is in Supreme Court. Do you know what is happening to Ogiame? Ogiame is not in Benin. I was told Ogiame is hiding in somewhere like Abeokuta. How can a Ogiame from his own land be hiding in Ogun State? Is that fair?
Which of the Ogiame?
Ogiame, that is the Ogiame is the king who caught land for Oba. Ogiame Palace is in Sopomba route. If Oba want to become an Oba, he have that land he gave to Oba. Oba have to come and buy it. That is the palace, that palace ground. There was never a time in our history that Ogiame give Edo states or Godomigodo land to Oba. He just rented that land, that palace land for him, rents. So the Oba Benin have refused to pay the rents. If Oba die, then the next child will come and pay. Oba Benin refused to pay. And he's parading himself as all the gods. So for your information, there's a case in Supreme Court. The Oba Benin went to magistrate court, the lowest court. He looked for one woman, they call her Barrister Awanwu. He give that one money and land property. That one just went to court. He issued bench warrant. A case is in Supreme Court. The Oba Benin gave money to magistrate court to come and be declaring bench warrants. How stupid we are. So for your information, I am not from Ile-Ife. I am not a subject to the Oba of Benin. I am not his slaves. I am from the rulership. Ogiame is our ruler, indigenous king of our lands. I am loyal to my king. So if Ogiame come out, listen, I will be insulting the Oba because Oba is a foreigner in my state.
Right now.
What?
I said with the Ogiames, they currently have a leadership puzzle within them.
Not within them, sir. Oba of Benin is the one sponsoring those nonsense. Because Oba of Benin knew. Look, let me tell you the case in courts. The case in courts, listen, people don't look, people don't read. That is why we are having problem. We don't read. Sorry, sir. I give you 1 minute, sir. I want to give you 1 minute. I want to take you 1 minute. The case in courts, the Oba of Benin went to courts and told the court that the traditional edicts of Ogiame that have been repealed. You know what's called repeal? Have been cancelled. So you cannot repeal a traditional edict because it's constitutional. The only way you can repeal a traditional edict is by amending the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because it's a constitutional matter. The only thing you can do to a traditional ruler is depose him. It's like you want to abolish a governor. You must go to the Constitution and amend the Constitution. So Ogiame cannot be repealed. So they went to court and said that Arisco is parading himself as Ogiame, that the title of the Ogiame have been repealed. So that's why he's saying that Ogiame is his own chief. That is not the case in court. Who is stupid Oba Benin come and say Ogiame is my chief. The case in court now, that a case in Ore courts, the case where they court, they say Oba of Benin go court say the traditional edict, like the certificate where Oba gets, now the same thing Ogiame gets. He said they already cancelled the results, the certificates, that Ogiame they parade himself as what you call it, that is as a Ogiame, which is a impersonation. The case in court now is impersonation. That's Ogiame is impersonating. How can you be impersonating? We no be you. The case of Ogiame is impersonation. So now what they are trying to do, they are now trying to use the customary courts under the Oba of Benin, customary law, to put Ogiame for prison, as if we all these things were happening.
But you said the father of the current Ogiame now is not even from Edo State. Then
who said it's not from Edo State? He said the Oba of Benin gave money to some of the Ogiame family for those one to be speaking nonsense, those one who are hungry among them. He said Ogiame father is Ijo, and I asked them, say, okay, if Ogiame father is Ijo, if the name Edo State is not the Godomigodo, are we not part of the Ijo? The people who are not from our land are the Oba families and their grant from Ife. Don't you see when?
It's from Ijo, it is better the.
Who said it's from Ijo?
Anyway, I don't know about.
Nobody's. His father is from Ogiame. Why the mother is from Udo. The father is from Ogiame, from Igodomigodo. Why from that Ogiame? Their father was Ogiame. His great grandfather was Ogiame. You understand? So his great grandfather was Ogiame. The reason why they left to what do you call this village, Isi, in a one day along Agbo Road, there was a time one of the Ogiame was there. So the Oba of Benin was not comfortable with that Ogiame. He now rebel against that Ogiame. What he did, he used one of the Ogiame to rebel against Ogiame, and he used Ogiame to dethrone Ogiame. He now installed his puppets to be Ogiame, so that would be like a slave to Oba, and it's forbidden. That is these are the traditional custodial ruler of the lands. So he did that thing during that time. He succeeded. When that Ogiame become Ogiame, all the wife died, all the children died, everybody died. So that one that we dethroned, that one, before that one died, that one used what you call Adevebe to curse that throne. He lay curse on that Oba then, and this the one how they plan all this thing, they lay curse on them, and the Oba died, and he was buried. Ogiame died, he was buried. So after the death of that Ogiame, all the Ogiame family started running away. Nobody the first one who's supposed to be Ogiame ran from the land to another village. The second one ran. The third one, everybody ran away. So the stool of Ogiame was now vacant because the Oba of Benin has succeeded in destroying our heritage. So during this time, listen, during this time, one of the Ogiame from Ubiaja, so he grew up, he was very young. When the mother was from Ubiaja, so he was very young. So he find out that side that his father is the Ogiame, and the oracle have said that he is going to be the next Ogiame, that he should descend back to Igodomigodo city and take his throne as the Ogiame. When he was coming through that river, they come through that what do you call it, Ologbo River. He came out. He was coming towards Ogiame Palace in Sapomba Road there. He was coming towards the side. He now stopped at Saple Road, that place called Ubiaza. That's in remembrance of his mother village. He named that place Ubiaza. That is Ubiaza. That is Ubiaza in Asian land. That is replicant of that place called Ubiaza. He found that camp with his followers, and he succeeded in getting to Ogiame Palace. So there was an oracle that before he can become Ogiame, which our own indigenous king, first thing he have to do, he must carry out the burial ceremony of that one that was being manipulated by the Oba, and the remaining 3 Ogiame who have died, who have not become Ogiame. Those one who ran, who were supposed to be Ogiame, they died. So he have to do their burial. After finishing their burial, he become Ogiame. Because everybody see that in that one will die. When he become Ogiame, he marry many wives. He doesn't even have children. And it is a taboo. It's forbidden for the Ogiame to marry from the Oba family. It's a curse. So Arisco, this Ogiame we have today, those people who refused to take the Ogiamie during that time, the second person was the lineage of Arisco, which is Ogiamie, this current Ogiamie. So now, this is the history. I'm just telling you part of the history of the Ogiamies. So now, that Ogiamie from Ubiaza become the Ogiamie. So you don't have children. It was no child. So during this time, the Oba of Benin was the brain behind all these things. The Oba of Benin manipulated and went to Ife and went to Oracle how to be able to manipulate this new one. He succeeded in giving his own daughter to this Ogiamie, and it is forbidden. It's part of the agreements. It's a forbidden thing that Oba will never marry from the Ogiamie family. Ogiamie will never marry from their family. It's forbidden. So during this time, the Ogiamie now marry what do you call this? Oba daughter. So this is during the time of Oba Adolo. Oba Adolo, that is the father of Ovurami. You understand what I mean now? During this time, Ogiamie have the first son. The name of the son is called Obaze. Do you know the meaning of Obaze? Oba or Zeri Momo. You understand what I'm saying? Obaze Egbe. I think you understand. See now Oba Naime can get the beginning. Because they have manipulated all those things to make sure that they succeed in penetrating and what they call alienizing the throne. So that the throne have to be Ile Ibinu throne. Listen, and the land forbid it. So they succeeded. When the first son comes, or Obaze, the second one come, Igbineweka. I think you see the name the two of them bear. So he started having children. And the children he have is an abomination to the land. The land forbid it. So when the first, when that give birth to, what they call it, I will remember the names of the Ogiamie. I will bring their list. They have names. That Obaze become Ogiamie. It's now 50% Ile Ibinu and 50% Igolomegodo, which was wrong. Misblood. So this Obaze and give birth to another Ogiamie and then later give birth to Okonra. Okonra is the father of Osarobo, that one, the missing Ogiamie. So our land is a holy land. Our land forbids those people to rule us. You understand? So now the Ogiamie started from Ogiamie Obaze, from Oba alienized Ogiamie. Then when it start come to Okonra, Ogiamie Okonra, the father of Osarobo, is no child. They all have two children, one girl and one boy. The name of the boy is called Osarobo. That is why Osarobo is always going to Oba Palace, because they are 50% Oba family and 50% Ogiamie. So it was very easy for them to manipulate them. So during this time, the Ogiamie were being denied access to their rights. So Osarobo Okonra went for law. He wanted to read law University of Benin. That missing Ogiamie. When he went to read law, Oba of Benin called the University of Benin to deny him that if this guy know these things, it's going to be very tough for him that is the owner, is the custodian head of the lands. When Oba of Benin was being inaugurated, the coronation of the Oba Erediawa, Osarobo Okonra is the one who was in the Teokyobaga treaty. It was a treaty, so an agreement. They cut land for Oba to stay. That's why this Oba refused to honor that treaty, because everybody will see Ogiamie is the owner of the land. That's why he refused. They want to use money to buy it. You cannot buy it. It's an historical something. So now what I'm trying to say, Osarobo Okonra Ogiamie denying, and at the end of the day, he went for history. He went to read history in University of Benin. When he read history, he now find out that one now help him more than law. Then the reason why Osarobo Okonra was killed by Bobizwa and Oba Erediawa, the European Union came to Benin. When they came to Benin, and some French historian, they came to Ogiamie Palace. They know that Ogiamie Palace have been there since 9th century AD. Oronmiyan Oba of Benin family came into being in 12th century. 300 years before the coming of Oronmiyan, Ogiamie palace, it was called Ogiso Palace, have been in existence. How can you give birth to people who have been existing? It's not working. It's not going to work. So now Ogiamie Osarobo told the Europeans that he is the owner of, is the custodial owner of the ruler of this land. That this Oba Abini is his tenant. So one of those people who escorted the European to Ogiamie Palace went back to Oba Abini and told Oba Abini that look at what Osarobo Okwara is telling those Europeans. That is how the Oba Abini called those the Tigers Alliance. Osarobo Okwara was buried alive. He's not in Canada. They are just framing it that Osarobo traveled to Canada. How many years? Since 1998. What we were told, they said he was put inside drum and buried alive. That is how the Oba Abini is to bury this arch rival, to prolong the useless kingdom. So for your information, the Oba Abini is a tenant. It's not my king. It's illegal. Nobody make him king. If he's your king,
so the current Ogiamie now, he has performed all the rights. Because as you said,
Ogiamie have performed all this right to become Ogiamie. Is the Ogiamie. So, the Oba Abini took him to court. He was not able to kill him because of the security of that man. The man is rich. And Ogiamie was not even answering Ogiamie. He was answering Osemige. When you answer Ogiamie, if you are working in any company, in any place in Edo State, they will sack you from work. So he turned over. If you want to have a job, or if you want to be successful in Benin, don't answer Ogiamie. He changed his name to Osemige. You understand? Osaze Osemige. He changed his name. Ogiamie was the former National Executive Committee of PDP, NEC. He was with Ogbemudia and then they were a NEC member under Jonathan. Anytime you want to go to Abuja, use private jet. Somebody who is using private jet in that time, don't you know that one is a rich man holding meeting with the president? So that is the reason why they were able to kill him. So that is the problem we are having now, is that these people don't allow those to grow. When they see you want to grow, they kill you. And they have to check if you are from their family. So they know if you grow. That is why you see, you will not see any successful Benin man. You will only see successful Irobo, James Ibori, or Dewo, or Danefe, Iburu, what do you call that guy, Ibru. You see people successful in Isha. If you are trying to be successful, you are not from their family, they will kill you. That is the problem we are having today. This thing has been lingering on for many years. And now the case is in court. So let the Oba Abini come and tell us where his father come from. So we have the Ogiamie families, they are there, and we have the indigenous people of the land. So how come the Oba Abini now gave birth to Ogiso? We don't know. Because all we have, all the names we have been having is Ogiso, and he changed to Ogiamie in the 11th, 12th century. That is 12th century. What happened in 12th century that made the name change to Ogiso? It was very simple. Documented in page 17 in Areva book. We were having Ogiso Owodo. Ogiso Owodo have a son called what do you call the name of this son? Not Ozogbo. Asakbududu. And the name of the son of the first son of Ogiso is called Asakbududu or Uzia. Uzia is Uzia. Uzia, which is the present day in Eastern lands in close to Oromiyan. Then the second son is called Ikaladera. That is the Ogiso Owodo. We didn't give birth to Oduduwa. Ikaladera was the second son. The mother of Ikaladera is called Queen Esago, while the mother of Uzia is called Queen Oahai. The grave of Oahai is in Niromi till tomorrow. They have the grave of the wife of Ogiso. It's still there. Every year they celebrate the remembrance of Queen Oahai. What happened? After, when Ogiso Owodo was alive, the richest man in Ogodomigodo is called Oyo. Then, so he was having many animals. Your wealth in our land is not slave, it's animal. We don't use human sacrifice like Oba. Oba exported all this thing from Ife. So there was not a rumor in the palace because Ogiso, what you call it, Esago, the second wife, want his son to become the first son. He went to connive with his brother, who is a chief under the Ogiso, that the first wife of the Ogiso, that is the queen mother, have a sex with Oyo. Oyo, they said, and if he violates it, it's going to be a big penalty. Then Oaka, which is the present day Oronmiyan, have 3 children. The first son is called Uzziah. The second son is called Ozogbo, which the Benin people call Ozigbo. And the third son of that first wife of Ogiso is the third son is called the founder of Ewakpe is called Oage. That is Oage. They call him Oage. I don't know how to call it very well. That is the names. So what happened? The children of the first wife, the Ogiso, call their mother Queen Oaka. Do you really commit adultery? The woman said, no, I never commit adultery. That is rivalry. That is what they call the mates. That woman is trying to blackmail her so that a Kaladina can become the Ogiso. So because of this reason, there is a staff of office which Ogiso, if you don't have it, you cannot become Ogiso. It's called Ozizigan. It's a staff of office Ozizigan, just like a Zuzu. You understand? It's called Ozizigan. If Ogiso, anything Ogiso want to do, we take that into this, put it to the sky. You see this, the sky will be, cloud will be changing. That's what it's called Ogiso. The sky, that is a magic. You understand? So that is the staff of office. The first son of the Ogiso and his families and their friends, all of them, ran through Ipoba River. Ogiso Palace is around the Ipoba River between what do you call it? First, second, all those Ozorlua down to Edo College. This area are called Ogiso Palace. There's something like Oduduwa came to come stay there. So these things, they ran towards that river and they came out in that present day Uromi. The name is not called Uromi, it's called Ozogbo, the first name. I will tell you how they changed the name to Uromi. So they now move upward again, the flat land, Uzziah, that is the first son of Ogiso, stayed there with the staff of office, that is the staff of Ogiso. Then the other one go to Esako land, Ekperi, there's a place called Ekperi. They went to go and settle there. Their mother went with the last born. I don't know how to call it. Maybe call it Oagi. They went to Esako down at that place. They went to go and settle there. And in our history, no human being have ever lived in all those areas before. This Benin language is Ishan language. The Benin language is an alien language. The language we are speaking is like the Ishan. That is we that we are calling ourselves Benin. Our language is the family of the Ishans. We were different clans around Igodomigo. It's only the Ogisos that were living in that, surrounded by moat. Nobody was living in that place, just like island. Nobody dig moats. It's nature. That is how that moat come to be. Oba just fooling himself and fooling those Ilebinu Mumu that is following him. So the next thing that how Kaladina came to be, I will send you the book. Those people should stop fooling themselves. After they have left to Ishan land, they started spreading and started founding different villages and continue. So after these years have passed, so Ogiso now later find out that the second wife, Esago, was a liar, and she lied. And Oyo, the richest man in Benin, went to Asaba and found that place, Asaba. And that place where they call Ezechima, where the Ezechima, the name of the village, is where Oyo was being buried. That is an historical place in Anioma, in that Delta North there. So then, when they now came back in Benin, so the people now came together and said that, what they call this man, the Ogiso, have committed a crime. It's forbidden in our lands for a king to kill a pregnant woman. No, it's forbidden because right from the Ogiso Eri, which they call Idu Eri, all those people, that is today the family of Eri, which they call Eri. Nobody is allowed to kill. They can only take punishment, but Ogiso would kill. Because of this thing, see, let me tell you something. We have law in our land. The same law the Igbo have, that is the law we have. Ogiso Owodo was banish, they never banish Ogiso to Ile-Ife. They should stop fooling themselves. Ogiso Owodo was banished to Abiyama. That is what you call Imi. You know, Sesavio. Umelu. You know Sesavio?
Yeah.
He was banished to Sesavio. Trace acid there. He was banished to Sesavio. He's sick and he died there. When Ogiso Owodo was still alive, the throne was vacant. One of the family, Ogiso is not family business. Anybody can become Ogiso. Sometimes the most strongest person in the land can be. It's not say they have blue blood that become Ogiso. One of the strongest man in the land is called Evian, and he was a cousin of that very Ogiso. There is no hereditary, for your information. They are not inheriting the throne. Ijo man can become Ogiso. Igbo man is so called. These are how these things happen. That's why they love the man so much. So the strongest man become Ogiso. So this Evian become Ogiso. Because how did he become Ogiso? There was a Musta that was coming to Agbado market. That Agbado market, the name is called Ogiso market. Any market in Benin, it's not Oba market, it's called Ogiso market. The meaning of Agbado is our language name. That Musta will come every market day to kill people. So they will go say Aragbajo, Aragbadwe, Arigbare. That is Aragbado. That is Agbado. That is the meaning of Agbadwe. Agbadwe. That is Agbado. That is, we do it, we go together, but we not come together. Something may happen. So Evian, that is the very present father, the leader of Ogiamie, was able, Osogan, that is called that Musta Osogan, was able to kill that Musta with Evian was a goldsmith. He put a stone on fire. Where that Musta was coming, he threw the stone to the mouth of the Musta, and the Musta cried and never come back again. People were very rejoicing, and they later make Ovian say, this is a man who can protect us. In terms of any battle, any war, he's equal to the task. He's strong man. They make Evian as the Ogiso. Look, our history is very simple, very beautiful history we have. Evian was made the Ogiso. When Evian was about to die, Evian had 3 sons. The name of the first son of Evian is called Uzama, that is Uzama, which the Oba Benin is now say Uzama Palace. They are fully themselves. I don't understand. So the name of the first son of all those are copyright. The Oba Benin just copy Ogiami and started fooling himself. Says the Oba. The name of the first son of the Evian, Ogiso Evian, is called Ogiso. What is Republican ruler? What is all these are stupid? What they have is king. Don't have Republican ruler inside. He said this is a administrative ruler. They are just being idiots. A king is our king. They don't have Republican or administrative. Evian was crowned as the king of our lands. He was ruling us. So when Evian was about to die, Ogiso is called Ogiso. Any king we have in our land is Ogiso. You don't have a Oba. Oba is a Yoruba word. So when he was about to die, he had 3 sons. The name of the first son is Uzama. Then the second son is called Erebo. Ijo people answer Erebo. Even Agbo, they answer that name, Erebo. The second son is Erebo. And while the third son is called Ode and Olia. Olia is called Ode. So when this man, our king Evian grave, let me tell you again. Evian is being buried in first by, you know that place called Tommy Guest House, that Ashawo House. There's a road behind that place. It's called Evian Shrine. It's being buried there. They can see exhume that grave and see the bone. Let them test the bone. How many hundreds of years they have lived. We have many historical things. These people are just hiding. They don't want us to know where we come from. Saying Oba Benin is our God. We will not accept that nonsense. Then, as I was explaining to you, Evian died. Before Evian died, Evian was trying to protect his own dynasty. Uzama was not strong, was too weak. Then Erebo was very strong, was very fight strong, bold like his father, because his father was a goldsmith, was a strong man. So before Evian died, Ogiso Evian pronounced that his second son will come Ogiso. You understand? So Ogiso is not an hereditary something. When Oba Benin say they have blue blood, he just pronounced his second son as the king, that this is who will become the king of the land. Then he died. When Ogiso Erebo was alive, Ikaladeran was, the mother of Ikaladeran, Esaru, was banished to Uwotan. Nobody killed him. Uwotan is close to Urobo. That is the ancestral home of the Urobo land. That's their ancestral home. That place is, if you are going to Uwotan, you are trying to going to Port Harcourt or Warri, it's not, that place does not lead to Ile-Ife. That is not Ile-Ife is through Udo River. Ekaladera did not go to Udo. He was in Uwotan. During the time of during the rulership of Ogiso Erebo, that is the ancestor of the Ogiamiyans today, the war came. Oronmiyan came through Udo. It was through Udo. You saw that the Joma was saying that they say Adobo, they come through Udo River. That is where they came through. They were able to defeat, and the Ogego was captured. The family of Ogego, their children were captured. They fell prey to Oronmiyan, because Oronmiyan was going with Ogefa. There's a mission road. They have Ogefa. Ifa. It's not called Ogefa. The real name is Ifa. That was the native daughter who was Ogefa no Mwekbo. See, you ask Ogefa no Mwekbo, no Mwekbo Oronmiyan. It's carrying back for Oronmiyan, looking roads for Oronmiyan. Is a priest. What they call it, a Ifa priest. So that's how they penetrated. They returned to these people never conquer also. They came with, just like Fulani came. That is how they came. So now what we are saying now is that Erebo was not called Ogiamiyan. The name of Erebo was called Ogiso Erebo. Ikaladera came all the way from Uwotan to join Ogiso Erebo to fight Oronmiyan. How come Ikaladera, who fought Oronmiyan, these people are very stupid. They are thinking. It's Orejawa who formed all those lies. Orejawa. Egadewa never said we give birth to these people.
Erebo died and was trying to put his own son.
No, look at how Erebo died. Before Ogiso Erebo died, look at how he died. During this time, there was a fight. Oronmiyan came. Oronmiyan trying to capture Ogiso Erebo. There was a fight. Then Oronmiyan stayed in Uselu. This not that name is a Yoruba name. It's not called Uselu. They call it Uselu and Use. You know the name. The real name is called Iselu. It's a Yoruba word, mean the making of the king. That is the Iselu. Oronmiyan launched stay that place with slaves they have captured. Then Olia, Edonhe, and the name was not Olia. They later awarded their name to their legal title to themselves. And Osenego, it's called Osenego from that river there, from Ovia River. They towards that Ego River, that's Ovia River there. They move, Oronmiyan move alongside with them. You know the Benin is surrounded by moats. You see that place what they call Travis Christian College by Kenwan Road and Sileko Junction. There is a palace ground. They call it Uzama Palace. That's the place Oronmiyan stayed. So that place, looking at Nyanga Market, there is a moat. That moat is very deep, just like what we have in Edo College. Let me finish this place. Let me finish this place, sir. Let me just finish this place so I don't forget. So just wait, sir. Let me
confirm that he died in
Uwotan. Ekaladera died and buried in Uwotan. Do you know what the Oba Abini did?
It was confirmed.
It was confirmed that Ekaladera mother, see, Ekaladera and his mother ended their history. If you want to know, I will send you the history that was written in 1913, 1936. Listen to me now. I want to tell you the history of Ekaladera ended in Uwotan.
No, the site of Evian, it can be found in Fes. I'm calling to what you said, right?
Evian is a king. Ekaladera is not a king. Ekaladera is not a king. Let me tell you something. Ekaladera was not a king. He was an ordinary person like me and you. If he was a king, it could have been seen there in Uwotan. Ekaladera died in his mother. They died in Uwotan, and their story ended there.
It could have been.
It has been documented. Oga.
That time,
Was it documented? That is the question you have to ask.
This guy back since they know that he was alive.
It was a Kaladiran joined his cousin, what is called it, a Rebo, to fight Oronmiyan. Don't you see the job people were saying the other day Oronmiyan came through Do River? When they came from Oni of Ife, send it to go and expand. It was the Oni of Ife, not Oduduwa, Oni of Ife. When Oduduwa was alive, Kaladera, what do you call that man? What do you call that man? Oronmiyan is the great-great-grandson. Oduduwa have died about 200 years before Oronmiyan came. Oronmiyan is a promised son, just like Jesus Christ in the Bible. That is how Oronmiyan is in Yoruba land. Oronmiyan is not the grandson of Oduduwa. He's the great-grandson. That is many years. So what you see in that today that...
No, that is according to their history.
According to the Yoruba history.
According to our history.
Listen, not your history. According to Oba is writing history for you. Oba cannot write history for me. Or for us, because Oba is not from our land.
Maybe write history for anybody. Let's look at the throne of Ooni. Ooni is, you are not the owner.
Ooni is an Oduduwa na. Is the first Ooni of Ife. Listen, Ooni, he brought all those charms, all those juju. Listen, Oduduwa brought those juju from Ife. See,
you be the owner. You are not the owner. That is Ooni.
If Ooni is not the owner,
you are not the owner.
Okay, does it mean is we are the owner? That is the question you should ask yourself. They said Oduduwa came from the east. Igbo people are they not east? Is Cameroon not east? If you say it's not the owner, does it mean you are the owner? Do we have any trace with them? We don't have any trace. Let me tell you something. I want to put a question before you. Very simple. Oduduwa came to Ile-Ife and he brought 460 something idols to Ife. He brought Ogun, Isango, all those juju you are seeing. Oduduwa brought it from the Middle East. We don't have all those things in our. If Oduduwa is from our land, where did he find all those juju and he take it from our land to Ife? My brother, are you kidding me? Okay, Oduduwa, listen. Oduduwa, Oga, listen. Oduduwa, Oga, not British, not remove British inside here. This have not to do with British. Oduduwa brought bronze.
I'm just giving citation.
Don't compare that this British with this fake.
I'm letting you, as I'm giving you example of what has been happening ever since. You know, if one empire, one kingdom that is big enough, and they discover that one person have talent from any other place, they bring him up.
But it's not from the place. Oba is not from our land. Now that is what we are telling you. If you come from the east, we are not east. We are not from the east now. If the Oba Benin came from the east, we are not from the east. Oduduwa came from the east. Is other Benin people, are we from the east? Are we eastern people? No. See, from the east. See, the Oba Oduduwa came from the east.
No, we are eastern people. If you look at from Ife.
Okay, excuse me, sir. How come if Oduduwa come from Benin? How come all the ethnic groups who came from Benin not know Oduduwa? It's only the Oba and the family that give birth to their own father. Are we stupid? Oduduwa have children. My brother, this thing, if you talk about Yoruba man, they slap you. Because Oduduwa have many children. Oba of Benin have cousin. Have what they call it, Oronmiyan. When Oronmiyan was coming from Yoruba land, his own senior brother, his elder brother is called Elawure of Usen. That is the elder brother to Oronmiyan. Go and ask him. Don't just be behaving like animal. Don't let people swear for us. You go to Usen and ask the Elawure of Usen, who is him to Oba? He's senior to the Oba. Because how is he senior to the Oba? Because he was an elder brother to Prince Oronmiyan. Oronmiyan gave birth to Oba. Why are we fooling ourselves and let the old world be watching us like fools? Go to Elawure of Usen Palace and ask him, sir, it's a simple question. Are you a cousin to the Oba? He said yes. Who are you a cousin? He said he's a cousin to Oronmiyan. From the father side. They came to fight. That's how they stayed that place called Usen today. Okay, sir, I want to ask a question. Is Oduduwa from Ogiso? He will say, shut up. Okay, still go to Warri. They have Olu of Warri. Olu of Warri is the first son of the Oba. Senior to the Oba also. You go and ask Olu of Ori, where are you from? He tell you from Ife. Why are we so stupid? We Benin people, why are we so stupid?
When was that throne? When was that throne set up?
A Lawuru of Hussein throne have been existing right after Oronmiyan left.
Because I know it was after the Obaship. That was when
I said you are even out of the line now. You are out. Somebody is telling you that a Lawuru of Hussein came alongside Oronmiyan. You are saying Obaship. Are you sleeping? Somebody is telling you that a Lawuru of Hussein have been existing from Oronmiyan. You are not saying Oba. What do you mean? Telling you this truth, you are talking another thing there. Elawure of Hussein is the elder brother to Oronmiyan, Prince Oronmiyan. The people of Egbeta, Utese, those people you are seeing there, they speak a dialect of Ife. They came, see, I don't know why the people are so stupid. The trace are there, how they came.
It is not,
the trace is there now. You go and ask the brother, okay, you are not saying you gave birth to who? My brother, don't do that thing again.
You cannot just say something because
I am not the one who's saying it now. I am giving you, my brother, you cannot be saying it now. You not saying it.
Ever written? When was it written? By who?
Okay.
Is it from
if you are not educated person, don't call this line again. Oduduwa have family. Oduduwa have first son of Oduduwa is called Ogun. The first son of Oduduwa is called Akombi, which is Ogun. After the Oduduwa have only one son. After the death of Oduduwa, he have one son. The son is called Akombi, which is called Ogun, which the Benin people worship as God today. They worship Ogun, all this nonsense you are saying. That is the first son of Oduduwa. After Akombi was the Oni, second Oni of Ife. Okay, no, not this is the third. He said the Oni. When Oduduwa died, they give it to the indigenous people of that lands, which is the people of Ife. They were rotating it. If Oduduwa son carry Oni of Ife, what do you call it? Oduduwa will carry. They were changing it from hand to hand. So, do you know what happened? Akombi have many children. The children, the great grandchildren of Akombi, one of them is the Oba of Ketu, Olaketu of Ketu. One of them is the Oluwu of Iwo. One of them is the Oba of what do you call this place? Oba Awojale of Jebu. The other one is called Aleke of Egba. You see, those traditional ruler you are seeing, even the Oba of Lagos, they are all Oduduwa family. They are not our. We are just being fools. We are the greatest idiots. The Oba Benin, see, the Oba Benin now, the Odudu. No, the thing is angering me because why we be fools? How we claim not to be the Benin to us? Okay, are we stupid? Okay, the Oduduwa, Oga listen now, let me give you another proof. When after Oronmiyan's son, Oronmiyan, when the first son of Oronmiyan is called Ado, which is called Ewakpe the first.
No. Start with Akombi.
I'm talking about in Benin now, not in Benin, not in the Yoruba land. Let me come back to Benin history now. In the Benin history, the first Oba came from Yoruba land. The name is called Ado. The real name, he have a name, not title. He have a name. The name is called Ado. They turned to Edo. They say they are not Edo. People don't know the meaning of Edo. Ado. So, a title, he was not born in Benin. What is the name of this? The daughter of Eyimide, Princess Eyimide was taken to Ile-Ife, and he gave birth to that son called Ado in Ife. When Ado came to Benin, where they want to, not in Benin, it was in Ogiame was ruling us. Ogiame was ruling us. These people were just like a rebel in Use and Uselu that side. That is a local government that side. That's that place he went to. When Ewakpe the first came, he doesn't even speak our language. People are speaking our language. That man don't know how to speak our language. Only Yoruba. When we are speaking, he don't even know our language. If father send Ogefa, Osa, Oswan, all those Ihama, all those Yoruba people, you see they see Oloton. So the people, we are idiots. Even send the Yoruba people to escort his son to protect him, because you know, so Ogiame will fight him. to kill it as a arch rival. When the Eweka was there, sir, when Eweka was there, Eweka don't speak our language, Yoruba. Do you know what Eweka the first did? He gave birth to a Benin woman and went back to Yoruba land. Eweka went to Yoruba land. That was one of the version. Do you know what happened? Look at what happened though. The book written by Ewariba, documented facts. You cannot win a case in a court without documents, without evidence. In the history of Benin, the only history we still have today, even though they are hiding their heads, before Oba Eweka died, he called all his chiefs around him together. He made an order that on no occasion that if he died, that his head must be taken to where he come from, his land, and be buried. That was the decree. Not only the Oba of Benin who did this, it's a tradition in Ife. All the sons of the Obas, of the Oduduwa, all of them, if you go to Ile-Ife, the second brother to Eweka is called, what do you call that one in Oyo State? Alaafin of Oyo is the younger brother to the Oba of Benin. They are the same father, but not the same mother. Oronmiyan went and fight and married their woman and give birth to that one. It's called Ajaka. There's the Alaafin of Oyo, Iku Baba Yeye. That one is there. If that one die, if you go to Ile-Ife, they have a what do you call this? You call it historical grounds. All the head of the Oba, right from Eweka to Adolo, the father of Oronmiyan, their head is being buried there. Not only the Oba, if you see go, they call it Orun Oba Ado. That is, Ado is called Eweka the first. They have this place. Oba cannot become Oba without visiting there. That is the tradition. I will send you the Oba Benin was there. This very Oba was there.
This is your book now. This is your book you are talking now. This is your reference book. When was it written?
This book I'm talking about now, Short History of Benin, written in 1936 by Jacob U. Ewariba. After writing this book was taken to Oba Palace under, what is the name of this guy? What is the name of that Oba? Oba Eweka II. And Oba Eweka, or what do you call the other one? Prince Akenzua, who later became Oba Akenzua, was there in the palace. After Ewariba wrote this book, Ewariba read this book in 1936 before the crowds. That book merits Ewariba chieftaincy title in Oba Palace. It was certified by the Oba. That's why I'm asking the people, why are we fools? Inside that book, it's not documented in the book that Ewariba, listen, Oga, wait. It's not documented that it was documented in that book that when he died. Do you want me to read it for you? Do you want me to bring the book and read it for you now?
No. We are reasoning now. Okay, let's say now, for example. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hello?
Talk.
Okay, let's say now, for example, okay, say maybe it happened like that.
Yes.
Let's say, for instance, so it happened like that the heads of the Obas in the history have always been buried in Ife.
Yes.
Does that mean that it was Ife that gave birth to the kingship? So because it happened like that.
Yes.
Because if you go back to history of Ife, you see discrepancies.
Oga, what you are going, don't teach Ife their history. I am not going to teach you Ife history. Oga, listen, I will not be teaching. Oga, I am teaching you my history. I'm not telling you this Ife history. What the relationship you have with Ife is the Oba, because if the Oba died, they take the head to Ife. And the lifeless body. I want to give you a proof, Oga. Do you know a proof I want to give you? In museum in Ring Road. So that Ring Museum, in 1956, let me see, I have many facts to back my statement. You see, in 1956, the white men came, the archaeologists came. They said they want to carry out excavation. They want to know how old is this Oronmiyan Oba. So the Oba of Benin took them to Osama Palace. That is the first palace ground where this guy was being buried. What is the name of the Oba Eweka the first? With the lifeless body, not the heads. The head is not buried there. When we are, must be taken to Ife. So lifeless body was buried there. If Oba of Benin died, it's a tradition. This tradition is from Middle East, not from our land. There is a culture. For you to really know these people are from the Middle East, if an Oba die, he will be buried in mass grave, buried with about 1,000 plus human beings. It was, if you want me to send you the book, I will send you the book in 1956. That is where they came. That's what I'm telling you, say from the Middle East now. And this is Egypt. You see that Yoruba man was there from Egypt and Sudan. Sudan is Egypt now. It's a part of Egypt.
Egypt gave the way for what the world is.
Oga, if you are going to Egypt history, I am not from Egypt. Oga, listen, everybody have history. If you are trying to connect us to Egypt, my brother, stop it. The civilization the Oronmiyan Oduduwa brought, it brought bronze. This civilization,
bring idea.
Oga, we have no relationship with Egypt. If your family is from Egypt, don't draw us to Egypt.
Now it is normal.
Me, I am telling you now that we have no historical ties with Egypt. The people who came from Egypt or Sudan are the Oba.
They did not come.
You understand? So they came. The reason, see how they came. How old? I want to ask you. How old?
They come from there.
How old is Oduduwa in the Yoruba land? How old is Oduduwa? Answer me that question. Oduduwa, how old is Oduduwa in the Yoruba land? Oduduwa is how old? Oduduwa is 1,300 years old in Yoruba land. How old is Ogiso Owodo? Answer your question. Ogiso Owodo died about how many years? About 800 or something years ago. Somebody who died 800 or something years ago will not give to somebody who died, give birth to somebody who died 1,300 years ago. Are we fools? See, Oduduwa.
Meaning, okay, wait. You are saying
it cannot happen.
Has been 200 years or 300 years.
Yes.
More than Ogiso.
Ogiso Owodo, not the first Ogiso we have. Ogiso Owodo, Oduduwa have been existing in Ile-Ife. Ogiso Owodo have never, not even been born. We have never see Ogiso Owodo have never existed.
When did Ogiso give birth to Akambi?
Not Ogiso.
Let's say Oduduwa was 50 years.
7th century. 7th century Oduduwa came to Yoruba land. 7th century. Oronmiyan came to our land in 12th century.
Oronmiyan was the first son of
Oga, don't let them be fooling you. Okombi Ogun is the first son of Oduduwa. It's the only son. And Okombi have many children. Okombi is not the father of Oronmiyan. Oduduwa never give birth to Oronmiyan.
The first son. Akombi has 3 girls.
Okombi never come to our land. Now did Akombi come to our land? No.
No, I'm talking about Oronmiyan.
Oronmiyan is not the first son. Now be said Oronmiyan is.
And the next one was Oronmiyan.
Oga, go and check the Yoruba history. Oronmiyan is a Oga, let me tell you something. Wait. If you go and check the list, do what you do. Go and check the list of the Oni who have come. Check how many Oni before you come to Oronmiyan. How many Oni have become Oni? Calculate the years. Somebody go and look the Oni. I'm talking about go and check the Oni. So if see Oga, you are even going to that is even too far. You see, Oduduwa history. What if you go to Ile-Ife? The only thing you find in Ile-Ife, the trace you find from Ife are from something like Middle East traces. The bronze, we don't have bronze. What we have is goldsmith. Oduduwa did not bring bronze from Godomigo and give that to people of Ile-Ife. No. Oduduwa, all these are things Oduduwa brought from the Middle East. And bronze was brought to Benin in 12th, 13th century by Oba Ewedo. Oba Ewedo, the 4th Oba of Benin, who brought bronze to Benin. And it's from Ife. And it was, what is the name of this man that brought this? This man was sent to Ife. There was a Benin man from Egun who led the people that went to Ife to go and let. See, all those things you see in Oba Palace are from Ile-Ife. Why are we so fools? We are idiots. We are idiots.
In the Yoruba history, wait, let me speak. In the Yoruba history, Oduduwa gave birth to Akombi.
Oduduwa have his son called Akombi.
Has 3 girls, and then
it's not left for the Yoruba people to continue. Even Akombi have 100. That is their history. But my history, we have families who have been old family in land. Let us give money to the, what do you call it, Ogego, Osanego, go, let us go and meet Ogego family. Let us give them money and ask them, say, tell the truth. Let us give them 200,000 naira, say, talk the truth. You are from Ogego family, yes. Talk the truth. What did your father, do you know what make the Obaredewa kill the Ogego? Do you know what happened, why he killed Ogego? Now, that Obaredewa was a silent killer. Ogego and Elawore of Hussein and Iyas of Udo, they said they are not under the Oba of Benin. Iyas of Udo said it's not from Oba family, it's Iyas of Udo. Then Elawore of Hussein said never, that have never happened before. Eredewa was trying to usurp their powers, trying to take over them. Elawore of Hussein said never. He sent the Tony Kabaka to Hussein and caused confusion, and they said it's forbidden in Hussein for the Elawore of Hussein to see a dead body. They put a dead body in the front of Elawore of Hussein, they shoot gun. The Tony Kabaka run that show. When Elawore of Hussein came out and see the dead body, he died. His son schooled in America. That one said never, it can never be, God forbid. They are senior to the Oba of Benin. Then the Elawore of Hussein succeeded in their own. Then in Udo, the Iyas of Udo, and Ibinidion was a mastermind at this present Sama of Benin. Then everybody are independent. Then this man said no. Then send some of Iyas family, Iyas of Udo, use their own family to upset. Who send people they are Yoruba, they don't accept that nonsense. They're supposed to use Elawore of Hussein family to take over, but that one was not possible. They were able to penetrate the Iyas of Udo family and overthrow him and put his own in-law as now the Iyase. The new Iyase now is the in-law to Oba. The second wife of the Oba, the brother of the second wife is the Iyase of Ibinidu. That is the present Iyase. He succeeded in smarting that side and placed that one there. Then when he now come to the area of Ogego told the Oba of Benin, say, come look. That was Ogego. He was killed and was poisoned by the Oba of Benin. Ogego told the Oba of Benin, say, look, in Esaland, Enogi of Urome is Enogi of Urome. What's the name of this guy? Enogi of Urua is Enogi of Urua. Enogi of Urua cannot say he is controlling them. He cannot work. Why are you doing this? The Ogego told the Oba of Benin that I am the Enogi of Igor, local governments. I should be collecting that money, that 10% or 5% from the local government allocation as a traditional ruler of the land. Oba of Benin said never. Very greedy human being. He told the Oba of Benin, say, look, that there's no social media at that time. He told the Oba of Benin, say, come, do you know that we gave birth to you? My sister gave birth to you. My own sister, you are from Ife, you're a foreigner. Who tell him to talk that thing? He was invited to palace. They want to settle everything. They forced him, like what they happened to Prince Okoro. When they invited him, they said they want to settle the matter. They forced that man to drink that water, and the man died and go. Obaide was a very silent killer. He killed Ogego, his own brother. Because was a strength. That is how he was able to defeat the Iyas of Udo and defeat. He was not able to defeat that man, Yoruba man, what they call Elawore of Hussein. That was it. The son was even more hostile than the father. He said, God forbid. Have you ever watched any news? You see Elawore of Hussein in Oba Palace. If you have ever seen the Elawore of Hussein Palace, my brother, I will sell my phone and give you the money. It will never work. Elawore of Hussein cannot go to Oba Palace. It's forbidden. Why? Because he's senior to the Oba. You know why he was able to manipulate Iyas of Udo? Because he used his own family to manipulate that one. He forced that one to drink that water. After some time, that is how they do. They will invite you. They say they want to settle. They will just force you to drink that water. That's why people don't go to that palace anymore. Listen for your information. That is how that Enogo died.
If you claim that the Oba of Benin is from the
he said it with his mouth now. He said historians all agree that Oduduwa sent his son. How can Oduduwa send his son? That man is stupid. How can Oduduwa send his son?
If he is even from there, he is still the overall head of the whole Yoruba kingdom, because as being the first son of the
Oronmiyan is the first son of who?
the Olaya of Hussein Abi, what do you call his
Who
name?
told you that Oronmiyan is the first son of
So
Oduduwa?
that claim is false.
But I have never told you the Oronmiyan. I said I told you Ogun. Did I told you Oronmiyan was the first son of Oduduwa? Oh, Oronmiyan was great-grandson. Well, he was even the last born of his own father. How can he become the senior? What was go to Ifa? See, my brother, if you want to do this.
Had only one son, and that one son, the first son of that one, is that one not still the?
Oronmiyan is the last son of the last child of his father. My brother, stop manipulating yourself now. Oronmiyan is the last, my brother. Oronmiyan is the last child of his father. So did it documented as go to Ifa? They have Ifa in Ife, the custodian of their history. Go and ask Ifa. They even have Ifa in Benin. See, if these people are truth with if they are honest with themselves, do you know we have Ogefa in Benin? Ogefa know all those things. My brother, just stop this magic now. My brother, talk another thing. All these things are all there. Ogefa, no. Ogefa, what is the meaning of Ifa? That one they say, Imanso will come. Imanso say na Obana Ibona, na Lamugu in the great. He will come. He will say, Emefa. The other one came out the other day. And why must we be? See, the most foolish people on this earth are the Benins. That's why I'm trying to correct their stupidity. We are the most foolish.
Intelligent people.
Intelligent in foolishness.
History in Nigeria.
Which history? History of a Yoruba man who came to Benin to come and be enslaving us. Okay, tell me the greatest achievement Yoruba Benin have ever achieved in our land. Give me one. Just give me one achievement. See, I want to ask you a very simple question. Answer this question. Which people where did Yoruba Benin fought war? Who did he fought? Where? Show me the land Yoruba Benin went to conquer. Show me. Tell me the place. And the people who run away from the land, he conquered them. Are we no idiots? Orobo people say their history, they came from Edo, Migodo. And you say you are conquering Orobo. That's idiots. The Esan people who run in Sanfua, people who came from their own fatherland, you are conquering them. People who came from... I said, let me tell you something. The greatest fools I've ever seen was born at the Benin people. They are fools. Not all. 90% of them, majority, they are fools. Even this program, they are not open. You don't say about talk about, they don't even talk it again. Sometimes they are not. If you watch a program now, any small thing about talk, they don't fool themselves again. They knew now that they are fools. Even was one of the fools before now. Any small thing about talk, useless and goats. My brother, we must renounce that evil. The greatest achievement of the Oba of Benin is documented. The Oba of Benin saw the highest slaves in the history of the black man world. Documented in the Portuguese library in Lisbon. And if you go to Zurich in Switzerland, there is a bronze cast in the honor of the Oba. He saw the highest slave. Who were the slaves? Ask yourself. Did he sell people? Who did he sell into slavery? I ask you the question. Who did the Oba sell into slavery? Did he sell Hausa?
The highest number of slaves were from the slave coast, which is present-day Ghana.
Look at what did you call the Bight of Benin? Where is the Bight of Benin located in? Answer the question.
The Bight of Benin is like.
Is Lagos not part of the Bight of Benin? Are you educated? Is Lagos not part of Bight of Benin? Answer that question. From Lagos, Bonny Island, what is that place called? Go and check it. Open your map. You see it's documented.
It is not the Oba of Benin that controlled the whole Bight.
Why was it called Bight of Benin? Why did they call it Bight of Shekiri? Or they call it Bight of Urubu?
The most popular.
Because who named it Bight of Benin? It's not his Portuguese. Which empire? Empire of slaves. My brother, behave like an educated person. You say you were having embassy in Portugal. Or Uma say you have an embassy. What you representing? You have a representative in Portugal. What was he representing? What business were you doing in Portuguese? Tell us. And give you €100. If you can tell me the business we are doing in Portuguese, selling us. My brother, if Oba Benin should just see, the day we go verse enter that palace and we go burn him alive. That man should hide his head. He's an idiot. You sold my ancestors. Did you went to Ansala to go and capture Ansa? All the people you sold, they say they came from Benin. You are idiots about Benin. My brother, all these things, we don't need that money. That man should just hide. That's why you went to go and fence the palace. Even when not fence that palace, but don't enter that place all those days. That man's an idiot.
You understand?
What you saying?
Everything has happened.
I am asking you the question. I'm asking you the question. You cannot put an answer. You are trying to bend it. Don't bend it.
No, and that is why, in my first call, that was why I was like,
you are telling me to go and be fighting Fulani when the Oba Benin is more worse than the Fulani is even like what do you call it, soft landing. You see what they happen to Fulani is very easy to tackle. You see, Sunday Bo, he came out and mobilized people. They drove Fulani. We're very simple. There was no this Fulani. We can do this, but the problem is the Oba. Oba Benin is selling all our land. The whole companies we have in Edo State. Oba Benin is my brother. Oba Benin is our problem. I swear in the name of God. If I lie, let God Almighty destroy me and my children. The only place a Benima can ever have life is to abolish the Oba and kill him, bury him alive, like what they did to my ancestors. All the days of the Oba. My brother, do you want me? Let me take the highest oath in this world. Let Oba Benin come out.
We are better.
Hello?
Okay, so I don't know.
What, Baba?
Now, hey, just leave that guy to be fooling himself.
My brother. Even people who kill us for no reason. They just praising them. Eh? Kill it. Till tomorrow they say do the massacre. Who is Tony Kabaka? They are giving land. Tony Kabaka came out and told the whole world that he's helping the Oba and the Nogi. What work are you doing for the Oba to give you many lands? Tell us. In the first water for Oba. Eh?
The land has been there. There is no achievement when now the union of the land is here. Okay, the people that
in family, I mean no gay. They are just selling everything. Nobody will ask them. Don't talk.
If anything is coming, then now will be ruling over the indigenous people of the village. Then you ever go to the Enogi. When you not go to the Enogi is working for the Oba.
But this problem we're having, let us kill all those Enogi and drive them out of that land. They are bastards.
They will be silent off.
If we kill these people, we have progress in our land. We don't come to abroad again. And I promise you, if the government can invite me to Nigeria, then they give me 3 months. If I don't end this migration problem, I'm a bastard. 3 months, give me this. I will buy back for those Enogi and arrest those ones to prison. Those ones will sell all those land, collect those land back, compensate them, pay tax. And those will be one of the best states in Nigeria. They are criminals killing us. Brother, where's the water? What?
Just continue with your.
What? Hello? What, Baba?
I greet you, my brother.
God bless you, sir.
Not to follow that guy again.
Okay.
I beg they play where Peter Hotel NFM say Oronmiyan became a king in Benin.
Okay.
In Oyo and became the 6th Oni of Ife.
Okay.
I beg
you will give me that. You will send that for me again so that I cut and come and I share that for my wall. Maybe they see him. They just talk saying I come from me. Now you want to tell the way they no Oromiyan. If now Oduduwa na come Benin come born, I will say na he born Oduduwa. No be Oduduwa come, no be Oduduwa son come. You know they be idiot. And some people follow Oromiyan, all of them are Yoruba people. Now they rule us for those states. They know if you go look for work, they don't give you work. Yes.
When that secretary to which came to the top, he said Benin Kingdom started level 70.
Yeah.
Level 70 now Oromiyan they come.
Yes.
So to show that everybody that are being Joseph. So why did they argue? Now
they say that they born they say they even born us they claim now. They say they be urban and gods for Nigeria were gods. Say we be slaves. No, but God they create this world, they call people slaves.
The word that idiot.
It's not slave.
Why idiot? So it just is a gender. That one just they talk lie.
Now that one Aduru as if they Aduru as. Now you tell them people they do black job for a black job.
You say that Ifa something. Ifa was a servant to Oronmiyan.
Yes.
Oronmiyan. Ifa was a servant to Oronmiyan.
You know, man. Now that one they fool himself. if I'm a priest, na native doctor, be far for Yoruba.
Yes,
Then,
see,
see,
it was the wife to
Oronmiyan. See, if you go to Yoruba land, if you go to Yoruba land, that's it for Yoruba land. If you go to Ogbe, I think it was as at 1994, 1994.
Yeah.
Ogbe, all those on Yoruba land, they answer Otunuke, Adun, Oshola, Tunde, Bayo. Then they answer.
Ogbe na Yoruba name. That area that we do.
They just answer Yoruba name. You see those what they call it? You see, my brother, if I say make I expose some people, most of these people they see they defend Yoruba, many of them are Yoruba people. All of majority of them are Yoruba. They don't really know. They don't ask their father don't tell them. But they call it come and say, I know the Kanu. What they concern not the Kanu? Go on, is not the Kanu collecting the money from the oil? Is not the Kanu selling the lands? I don't understand. They are fighting for who is this? Are you Ewakpe? See that Oba, if I use blue, this is your eye, Oba, the grace. Useless Oba.
You ask them. They say, Papa, I bought a lot for you about me. They say, Papa, how come they allow you to send at their blood? How come all of them come to Yoruba, only about Benin, come to say, in Benin?
Oh, thank you. God bless you. The Benin our language, maybe Yoruba language, idiots.
I don't read sometimes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Before I talk,
What? Wait, before you talk, may I talk one thing? Wait. My brothers and my sister, our brother I called from another country, so we have 320,000 naira in our bank accounts. Please, our phone number is there. We cannot be talking from Europe. We want to be on ground. We need 1 million naira. Please, even though it's 50,000, 100, even if you can pay the whole money, it's no problem. People can pay that 1 million naira. Those money they spray for dance. More than cost put the money for inside. Voila. Or wait 20,000 or 15 or yo. The bank Nigeria account they, American account they, UK bank pound sterling account they, Euro account they, AFL women. My phone number they there. What me your? I know they eat person money. We want to lead the fight for our right now. Human rights act movement to give our people job. Take it back. We are going to take Igodomiko back from the Oba of Benin. That is what we are fighting for. Nobody is chopping your money. Pastor a deeper life. No sense now. Why feeling why stop it? Why you go mommy 320 bank? Why you go? Why they don't want you by go? Let us carry out good as well. Even the you are. Even know what you mean, even though you live in Nigeria, put the money from Nigeria. We are fighting for you. Do we now? We don't have this thing. Come and sit there in that office. It was organized. We have registered organization and registered it. You cannot intimidate us. Anything we do it lawfully. Try that nonsense. I'm the president. We have vice, we have secretary. We will give any position out. Nobody intimidate organization. For what now? Wala, my brother. Where we go, you were.
He took his open when they pray for Papa. They need us again. So what they call they say that organizers they answer to Papa. They move with the donate money. They don't say come on here. The money will come on here. They pay to Papa. They not say make their stuff. Make they use that money. They pay the security.
Okay.
The money will Coca-Cola. They pay to Papa.
Okay.
They not say make their stuff. Nigeria will cost you go hand this big. They say one big account number as make we wait there for Europe. Who they donate money after they collect this money, not this revenue.
They say they call them Bible security.
They use that money to pay security. That's not my contribution. That's one when you talk. Me self, I go donate, but that's my Nigeria account because me I not free to use my.
But you see my account for there. You see my account for there now. I did for YouTube. I see it for Facebook. I be make
Nigeria account.
It did everything they there. Take Facebook there. Abi will send. Now this one your WhatsApp. Now your WhatsApp be this one.
No, this one not my WhatsApp.
Okay,
just my normal number.
Let any TV don't have 500. My brother, no me. See, make we really do and say these people serious. No be house we build up for that woman. Oga, wait to Oga.
Do you think they worry me? How can somebody destroy my former father? We'll call the worship him again.
And I God.
This is they worry me when we are not waiting. They worry. It's like cancer to my life.
They don't kill everybody. Finish.
From village where I come from, where do you see this bastard Ewakpe? When you drive all my former, they change their name.
Change their name to Igbinoba. Also, Igbinoba. They change their name to Igbinoba. Ariabai. Everything
they close their identity. So this Oba must be taken. You see the way when this phone they now take pursue their secret for Sokoto. Now so price they will take happen for those things.
But listen, the whole land where they be now Oba get am.
Inside that mood. And that was my contribution. Thank you, Oba.
What talk, my brother? What man? What's it? What talk, Baba? What talk? My people are back. The Ozorlua history. Now tomorrow we'll talk on Ozorlua history. The way they keep people. All the Belemagbe. I just ask una. Person wey come from the face na be God. And not say later you see it's very simple. You go and ask the Ogego family, Osanego, who be Oronmiyan, a son of a woman, from Yoruba land. They say na he be God. If anybody will come and call insult to Gami, that land go uwari where you turn you see, the reason why we are progressing today, do you see I'm sick? I have woman, I have children. Nobody is inch or sick. These things, my brother, why did me that one? Because they were killing us, poisoning us. All these people you see they die, they poison them. No, they say, come and say, there are no people saying, we are poisoning. We see, do you know I'm saving life? Because of me, the upper Benin is not even doing all those, giving them water again. It's not hiding it. That man is a devil. If you see what the upper Benin do to that man where they arrest the Prisokoro, I cry. That man have many children. Oba Benin just go carry that man 12 o'clock in the night where he did with his wife. Oba Benin you go carry that man with Tony Kabaka for 12 midnight. I don't forget, not be Chris Okoro that man. Mariana, Orio, what do I leave, ma? Imine ya fe the red do, imine ya ma ba on your country. I heard my winner, my arm went for great Fulani. The Fulani is Simona. Oh, back at Chiami do ya in Otoria. If you don't come with Wariana, wala, wayore. The movie don't know la dia way in Rigbinane of the matter. I even the movie and 1 minute. You even see me caught. Why really won't or walking? The movie will come out to say the truth. He start fighting against me. And the movie is in our banner is well Benin. See, our people are dying river. One family, they say they get blue bloods. Our people are so stupid. If you want to become an Odion Were, Bale, or you must come to our palace, you must drink that oats water that you remain slave. And the Oba children, they drink the water, and the family, there's or no they just use us. Where is the certificates where government here approve a no give they sell our land? Go to a no give of Ologbo, selling the whole land. Well, our government is there now. That is what we are trying to say. You support us. Do you think it's easy for me to? Do you think I am enjoying insulting the Oba? What do you think? What I am doing is because I am enjoying the freedom. But if it take insulting that bastard to leave that place, no. But we have to fight on the ground. Please. You see, in America, Martin Luther King was fighting for blacks. They never poisoned him. The Oba of Benin will kidnap you and poison you and say put you to prison. My father was poisoned. My father was poisoned. Oh, what did I do? As a spiritualist, as a native daughter who I am, I fetch the water from the river. There's a particular river. I give the water to my father to drink that water. As my father could have died for many. You will see my father will live long. I use the power from the other words. I say, drink that water, my father. If my father say, oh, me they fear, but I say, shut up your mouth. You're my father. I tell you to shut up because the power is in me from my land. My father, shut up. Drink that water, my father. Drink that water. My father, peace blood. I say, come take this water to hospital. We do the spiritual work. My father is moving freely. If you want me to video my father, I will video it and put it on my wall. My father dance, play music, big, just dance. My people, what is going on? What the hell is going on in our land? Don't you see we are everywhere we are suffering, slaves. The cause is the Oba. And people are still going there. Maybe this. Look at Eddie Murphy who was supporting me. Immediately after the use and take drink water, it changed. Iyure, who I was even helping. Iyure. If you want to call in the Iyure program, you say Oba Atokpe, and somebody will come and say, yeah, Mommy Iyure, Oba Atokpe. He say yes. Oba is an evil. He say, Egena Rimina. At the time Mama Iyure, I call the fork. The time I fed the Benin, I call the 4 goats. Mommy, all these things is a cook stories. You see, a church where there's no miracle, people don't go. If you go to church, you say nobody will come to your church. Closed by force. But when you come, somebody come out, oh, praise the Lord, Pastor. The other day you pray for me. I was having a stomach cancer. Today when I went to doctor, I don't have cancer again. Praise. People just have for celebration. People again cancer all of the wrong come. Pastor, I was having a sore in my leg. I was watching you, a miracle of deliverance. I just go to I touched my leg. You told people to touch leg. My brother, these things are scamming. Mugu for Gama the chop. Can you try this thing in Germany? That is the question I'm asking these foolish Benin people. Have you watched German station? They were showing it, a miracle time. This man was sick before. You don't do that. You go to prison for it. And these are the people, the first Bible was printed in Germany here. Why are you people fooling yourself? The highest fools, the Benin. I'm doing all those things today. Let us be free. What do you know, get sense? So thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Please, in the name of God, support. My phone number is there. If you don't have the account number, call me. Not will come. If we can be coming every day, let us have that 1 million. One person come and say, I bring the 1 million. We will not be coming and want to pay the only one staff we want to employ. You know how the secretariat will be. We want to employ staff. This staff, we want to pay 20,000 40,000 this month. Please, shut. Maybe the other month before I pay salary. I put them not so. We open the office. People will come to do. You will have job. You will hear me. If you do what you're working na vone no vone area gbogbo wan sa meji wa support. Let us fight for ourselves because the upper being is not fighting for you. You are a fool. I swear in the name of God. Show me one thing the upper being has done for you. It's a bastard. Let us fight for ourselves. If we don't fight for ourselves, nobody fight for our children. We are idiots. Let us stop being idiots. Let us stop being a fool. A bastard who don't know where your father come from is saying it's your God and you are accepting the God. You are not saying you are idiots. Go and check your history. Zwo.